And we are live, man. What's good with it? We here, man. I'm feeling extraordinary. Got it in, man. You know what I'm saying? Did I think it's day 24 of the challenge. But as always, let me do a mic check up in this thing, make sure, everything is sounding good and whatnot. Missed the what was it, the first fight of the main card. Roy Jones versus Mike Tyson. It just finished up. That was the end of it. You know what I'm saying? Looked like a pretty good fight. So far from what the announcers are saying, that it's been a pretty competitive card. I didn't watch all of it. So, it is what it is. But let me make sure everything sounds cool and shit. Yeah, it sounds good. So salute to the people, man. If y'all just now hopped into the chat, man, and you guys are not part of the Black Goose family, man, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and join the family. Be part of the fam. And then also hit that like button, man. The like button means a lot. But we up in here, man. We gonna be chilling, watching some good fights, man. Y'all missed it. I don't know if y'all was able to see Daniel Dubois versus Joe Joyce, man. That was earlier today, man. Y'all missed a hell of a fight, man. Y'all missed a hell of a fight. Joe Joyce did that work, man, and he handled it the way he was supposed to handle it. So salute to him for that. I enjoyed it. Man. Came with the upset. I know Mr. Frank Warren was not happy about that in any type of way. He was not happy about that in any type of way. But I'm like, man, salute to that though. But so I'm guessing what I appreciate, I don't really care for it because I ain't gonna be listening to it. But I'm like, what I'm somewhat appreciating it when it comes to this little pay-per-view event right here is that in between the fights for this main card, they're having musical performances. So I guess you can say that's dope to an extent where it kind of makes shit doesn't seem like there's too much of a lag in between the fights. But at the same time, I'm like, man, me personally, I'm like, man, chill out with all that. I ain't trying to see all that. But it's a spectacle, so you gotta appreciate it at the very least. I ain't gonna be that. I ain't gonna be that guy, man. I ain't gonna be that guy. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna give it its just due. Give it its flowers while I can get it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm here. I'm like, the next fight is gonna be the Badu Jack fight. He's fighting against that one dude, where he was when he was doing the little. I'm gonna put my light down there right there. Yeah, I like my light right there. I don't like when my light's too much on me because I feel like it looks. I look like Mr. Light Bright. I look like Mr. Light Bright and shit. But yeah, man. He's fighting. I don't know who it is. He's fighting the dude. He's undefeated. He was saying in the little, um, what would you call the joint? The press conference. They were saying in the press conference, he was like a club fighter for the most part. He don't really got too many fights under his belt and all that. So we'll see how that goes. But man, shout out to Joe Joyce. Shout out to Joe Joyce doing what he did today, man. Like, how many people would have expected to see Daniel Dubois take a knee, man? Take a knee, and he didn't even take a knee off of necessarily, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people when I was going live that was going for Dubois, they was disappointed in the fact that he went out the way he did. They was like, man, I seen how it was going, but I would have preferred for him to go out a different way. I thought it was smart for Daniel to go out that particular way. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? That was a tough fight. Tough ass fight. Oh wait, no, wasn't that last fight supposed to be? Okay, so they must have moved that fight up because Vidal Riley got injured. Okay, because I'm like that last fight that went on for the Mike Tyson card, Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones card. It was scheduled to be the first fight. Then it was the Vidal Riley versus Couture, and then next it was the Badu Jack fight, then the Jake Paul Nate Robinson, then the main event. But I guess since Vidal got injured, they made the Couture versus the Hasim Rashawn, I believe his name is. They made that the first fight. Then they moved that last one up, which was a good fight, and now we got the Badu Jack fight, which is gonna be terrible, man. If Badu Jack loses this, If Badou Jack somehow loses this fight, man, that would not be a good look for the brother. But I'm not gonna put that on his soul. It's just Badou Jack, man. He's weathered. You know what I'm saying? But he wants that Gene Pascal rematch. I still don't understand why they haven't done that rematch because I'm like, if you think about it, um, like if Badou Jack is taking this fight, why couldn't they get the Gene Pascal fight done? And Gene Pascal himself said that they said they wanted it and they was ready, but there was kind of a narrative at one point trying to say that Gene Pascal's team said they didn't want to fight during quarantine or something like that, or with no fans. But they came out and they refuted that statement. They said, no, that's not the case, brother. So maybe this is just a warm up fight for Badou Jack for him to kind of get himself back on track and kind of for him to build a little confidence. Even though the Pascal versus Badou Jack fight was close as hell, it could have went either way. I actually had Badou Jack winning it. So, rather than going with the rematch and going with this fight instead, I'm not really sure what the motive is behind that. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna see, man. Hopefully it's easy work for Badou. He can get him out there quick, get his confidence skyrocketing again. They can just kind of just move forward. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the people though. Salute to everybody. Let's see. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. They got man. They got a whole narrative and all this good shit going on, man. They got a host to the thing. I respect it. You want to make this as big as a spectacle as possible because my thing is, since this is Mike Tyson's league, technically this is and Mike Tyson is the one who's actually investing in the whole situation. What's good with it, Zen? Anybody who's in the chat right now, man, go ahead hit that like button. If you're not part of the family, go ahead hit that subscribe button. But I wonder if Mike Tyson takes a L, will he continue with the Legends Only League? That's what I want to know. Because I'm like, if it's his league, he's the one putting everything on. I know he's still going to be able to make a lot of money from it because he's going to obviously be, on the promotional side of things. But will he feel inspired to continue with promoting these fights if he loses? By the way, I like. So the announcers is Mario. Ryan. I can't say his last name, man, but he always does the Showtime. Sugar Ray Leonard, and they got Israel Adesanya as the other commentator. And I think actually Israel Adesanya is adding a very nice touch to the broadcast, man. I think he's lowball naturally made to do this. Now he already got a gift for gab, but I'm like, man, I like him over there. He's breaking things down. He surprisingly has a very good announcer voice. I am a fan. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I am interested to see if Mike does take a L. Will he continue with would he continue on the path of putting on fights against legends basically? So we got Badou Jack versus Blake McKernan coming up next. Blake McKernan's 33, Badou Jack's 37. Obviously, we haven't really heard of Blake McKernan. What I noticed too about this particular card, at least when it goes into the last three fights, there's no weight limit necessarily. Badou Jack came in at 188.4, McKernan at 186.8. So that's not a weight class. So that's interesting. Sniper was good with it. Zen's at a wedding, so we couldn't do the stream yard, but he's in the chat, man. If you want to salute to him, hit him with that salute. By the way, if y'all up in here and y'all hit that like button, man, hit the like button. It helps the channel out massively. And subscribe if you're not part of the family. But goddamn, he is a plus 800. Blake McKerman's a plus 800. Badou Jackson minus 2,500. Now, if I was a betting man, this probably wouldn't be a fight I'd bet on. But like I told y'all could have made some money earlier in the day if y'all would have, put some money down on Joe Joyce. I told y'all about that. Y'all would have made some money on that. But ain't nobody wanted to listen to me. But here we go. What I do appreciate about this though is they are moving, man. There's no they not. I just got done watching the Frank Warren card, which I actually salute to Frank Warren. I thought they did a really good job at moving the card. It had two fights on it. Happened that two fights got pulled from it, so that's another reason why it kind of ended up moving fast the way it does. But sometimes, a lot of times with cards, what they'll do is if they lose a fight, they'll kind of drag it on like the same time frame or time length that they would have done if they still had those two fights, if that makes sense. Or at least, I've seen Eddie Hearn do it millions of times. I've seen PBC do it a couple of times. I've even seen ESPN Top Rank do it a couple of times. But I'll give Frank Warren that they did pretty good moving through and not, dwelling too long on the like breaks in between fights. And so far, this Triller card is similar low ball to the UFC, where they're doing a good job just kind of going boom, 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 no wait time like that, and you don't got people sitting around. Eddie Hearn, take notes because Eddie Hearn is the worst when it comes to this shit. So I like it, man. We got Badu Jack versus Blake McKernan coming up, man. Hopefully this is a pretty good, competitive fight. You know what I'm saying? I remember he was talking some shit in the Badu Jack. Here he comes, making his walk out. Badu's looking swaggy, man, coming out in the all red. I like it. I definitely like the swag he coming out with. I think it's gonna be quick work for Badu, man. I think Badu's gonna come in here, man. He's gonna put the pressure on him. He's gonna hit him with a big shot, and I think it's gonna be easy. I think it's gonna be easy peasy for Badu, man. It shouldn't be too much at all. Appreciate the extra like, man. If y'all up in here, man, hit that like button, man. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you are not part of the Black Goose family, man. Show some love out here, man. This is what we do. Y'all missed a great card earlier. Well, I should say a great fight because I for sure didn't watch the whole entirety of the card of Joe Joyce versus Daniel Dubois, but y'all already know I watched that damn. I watched the main event. Joe Joyce did exactly what I've been calling. Joe Joyce beat Daniel Dubois. Triple D, baby. Triple D. Triple D. We here though. That dude, Blake McKernan, man, he looked like he said 188, but he looks about 205, man. He looks like he's in the 200 range, man. This is what's going to be interesting too. I know Badu Jack, obviously, he is world class. Will the extra weight be? I don't think it'll be a detriment to Badu, but will it help out the less experienced fighter in regards of maybe be able to take some shots a little bit better, maybe not be able to walk down, be able to be put on his back foot as much because he's fighting a way more experienced, way a world class fighter. So he's gonna be in a lot of trouble. What I want to know too is how many rounds this is going to be. It's going to be 10 rounds. It's going to be 12 rounds. It's going to be 8 rounds. With it being Badu. Yeah, absolutely. It's snipers. Badu, he's gonna put that work. Appreciate that extra like, y'all, man. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Show some love with the like button. We sitting here, we chopping it up. We watching Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones. If you guys aren't part of the motherfucking Black Goose family, then y'all better hit that subscribe button and be part of the Black Goose family. We almost at the main event. We got Badu Jack versus McKernan happening right now. This should be easy work for Badu. Let me know how y'all feel, man. Hop in that chat, man. Hop in that chat. Let me know. But we here though. Good day. Hopefully y'all been enjoying y'all Saturday, man. Hopefully y'all Saturday been going good. It's been solid. Mine been cool. You know what I'm saying? No complaints. I can't complain. Just been moving and grooving for the most part, man. That's what I want to know why. Why is there not a rematch of Badu Jack versus Gene Pascal? Badu Jack comes right out. McKernan comes out aggressive. The jab looks weak. Yeah, McKernan, man, he's gonna get knocked out already, man. I can already tell. Badu's finna work this boy. Yeah, already McKernan looks like he doesn't know necessarily what to do with Badu's jab. Like, but look at Badu's jack. Look at ooh, that overhand right already. Look at Badu Jack's jab in comparison to McKerman's jab. McKerman's jab is like he's on his back foot the whole time. You can tell there's a lot of respect being given to Badu. That right hand came right off. Oh yeah, McKernan, man, he's about to go down in the first round, man. This ain't even fair. Yeah, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, show some love. You know what I'm saying? If y'all not part of the family, man, hit the subscribe button. I do appreciate the likes, but yeah, hey man, subscribe to the channel. This is what we do. We watch fights. You know what I'm saying? All of them too. We don't just watch the popular ones. Like I was on here earlier. We watched Dubai versus Joyce. It was a hell of a fight. And Joyce did exactly what I said it was gonna happen. Took that man to 10 rounds and he finished him. But dude's gonna knock this dude out though. Easily. Those body shots is gonna drop McKernan. Already, if y'all watching McKernan right now, them elbows is dropping low. He's not really even protecting his face no more. So either the body shot's gonna drop him or that overhand right's gonna come around and is gonna finish McKernan. But you can tell McKernan is he don't know what to do. He ain't never been in there with someone like Badu. Obviously. You can just tell. Look at the way McKerman's moving around. He can't even plan himself. He can't even get like he can't even calm himself down. Like whenever you see someone moving that much, they scared, man. And what I mean by moving that much, he's not utilizing his footwork. He's not utilizing his jab to stay on the outside. He's literally just you can tell he's literally just moving to avoid getting hit. That's it. Just shook his head. He's showing signs that he's about to go down. I'll be surprised if he gets past the first round. If he gets past the first round, just because Badu let him. But it's only a matter of time. You can see Badu, he's not really tripping when they get into. So it's only 8 rounds too, by the way, which is good for McKernan. But there's another thing too: is all that heavyweight that McKernan has on. Is it going to allow him to take punches better? Is it going to slow him down more? What's it going to do? Big overhand right from McKernan. Still nothing really landing clean though for McKernan. McKernan's getting worked, man. And that's the end of the first round. McKernan seemed he was surviving the whole round. Didn't necessarily want to get hit. It looked like to me couldn't really throw anything without like he was pulling a lot of his punches because he was scared of getting hit. By the way, the money line for Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson win by KO minus 177 plus 130 333 for Nate Robinson. I'm still fucking shocked that Nate Robinson is fighting on this. Money line Mike Tyson, Roy Jones minus 225, plus 162 for Roy Jones. So if win by KO, Mike Tyson minus 106, Roy Jones plus 500. If y'all are betting people and you want to make a little bit of money, I would throw a little money down for win by KO by Roy Jones. Why not? I want to go crazy with it, but you know, you can win some real money from that. The same way I told y'all to put something down for Joe Joyce, he's gonna win by KO. Y'all would have got big money from that because that was he was not the favorite. Goddamn it, Mr. Dirtbag 82. Nah, man, if you read the title up under it, it says commentary only. I can give you some streaming sites that you can go check out. Feel welcome to listen to what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But you can either listen to snipers. You can either go buy the fight or go to the links or go to YouTube, go to one of those other YouTube channels that are showing it on theirs, and they're trying to keep it up until they shit get flagged. But we ain't doing that here, baby. We trying to keep everything solid. So we got the second round coming. McKernan's coming right back. He's on that back foot. McKernan is nowhere near Badu Jack's level. I'm like, just looking at McKernan's jab, man. Look at his jab. He doesn't even pull his jab back fast enough where he can actually, throw a combination after. He's just leaving it hanging. Like McKernan's not throwing anything. He's not committing to anything. And when someone doesn't commit to anything, that means they're kind of scared of what might come back. Now, if it's part of your game plan, if you're using that to keep your range, if you're using that to stay on the outside, that works. That's what Joe Joyce did against Daniel Dubois. But if you're doing that just to literally survive, obviously nothing's going to happen from it. I do like McKernan's getting a little bit more aggressive. He's finding his confidence a little bit more. He's slowing down a little bit. He's not moving as much, and he's kind of sitting down a little bit more on his punches, which he's going to need to do if he wants to get any respect from Badu. I like that overhand right that he's catching a couple times with Badu, but good left hook from McKernan. Okay, I like what McKernan is doing right now. Now, this is going to be something. If McKernan somehow lasts all 8 rounds with Badu Jack, right, world class, does this? What does this do for Badu Jack's stock? Even if Badu wins, like you would expect, for Badu, he would need to knock him out. So if they go to all 8 rounds to a decision, even if it's a unanimous decision, Badu, would that hurt Badu Jack's stock? Or would that make Jean Pascal want the fight even more? Even though Jean Pascal said he already wanted the fight, but it was Badu Jack's team that didn't want it. While Badu Jack's team said it was Jean Pascal's team that didn't want it. You know how that goes. I give McKernan this though. He's not showing Badu Jack any type of weakness in the fact where he's scared of him. So I give him that. So the second round, I think McKernan did a great job adjusting. I think the adrenaline came down a little bit for McKernan. He relaxed a little bit, standing in the pocket more, sitting down a little bit more on his punches. But Jack is still clearly winning this round. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that he's neck and neck with Badu. I'm not saying that he's putting on a master class. I'm just saying for a guy who is so many levels below Badu, that second round speaks volumes for who he is. Because rather than kind of shying away from the action, which he could have, and respected him for who he is, he kind of went forward, sat down a little bit more, got comfortable, eased down, stopped moving his feet a little bit much, and tried to actually be in that pocket so he can land some punches, and he did. But that second round goes to Badu. So I got a 2-0 Badu. So not too bad. If y'all in here, by the way, I'm going to keep saying it because I don't know if y'all new to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit that like button, man. It means a lot. We up in here, man. We watching Roy Jones versus Tyson. Who would have thought? At least someone my age, man. I never thought I would see Roy Jones versus Tyson fight each other. Like I've seen Roy Jones fight, because he's been fighting since 2018. So I've seen recent fights from him. I never thought I would be able to see two legends fight. So this is a big deal for, someone in of my age. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not young. I'm still an old head to an extent in my generation. But my generation, we didn't watch, Roy, Mike, none of that. Like, so this is dope. This is dope. It's been a good card too, man. I'm impressed too by, I never heard of Triller before this. I'm very impressed by the presentation. I'm impressed with the announcer lineup. I like Israel Adesanya as an announcer. He has a future in that. He can do that while he's fighting. I wouldn't want to see him do it now, though. I want him to continue to be great. I like it. You know what I'm saying? I think this is world class right here. So I think Mike Tyson definitely has something. Mike Tyson and whoever, Triller and, his team definitely have something when it comes to this Legends Only League. But like I said, what happens if Mike Tyson loses? Will he just take a step back and continue to put on these fights? And it's a promotional thing because that's a lot of money and that's long-term investment. Or, was he really doing this simply to see if he could come back, get a W and kind of go on and, like he's saying, face the Furies, Joshuas, and Wilders of the world. Third round is here, but Jack is it looks like he got McKernan kind of like back, like he was in the first round. That jab is frustrating McKernan a lot. He doesn't really know what to do with that jab. If there's one thing I noticed, man, it was this is the same thing. Oh, beautiful right hand by Badu. But one thing I noticed, man, which is unfortunate, is a lot of fighters, man, a lot of boxers nowadays, man, they have offense, man. They have offense. They know how to throw the jab. They know how to put the combinations together. They know how to use their footwork. They know how to duck and weave, dodge, and land something and counter punch. But defense, man, it's like, man, some gyms just don't work on defense anymore, man. Like, that's just not the priority. Daniel Dubois did not know how to defend against a jab. A lot of people say that's easy. It's not. You got to learn that. Daniel Dubois lost because he didn't know what to do against Joe Joyce's jab. This guy McKernan, obviously we expect him to lose, but this is why he's world class. So many levels below a world class fighter like Badu. He has no idea how to defend that jab. And he's at times you can tell McKernan is just surviving. At times you can tell it seems like he in his head himself, he probably just is happy he's sharing the ring with someone like Badu. And for him, he's probably gonna, for him, even if he loses, if he survives all 12 rounds, that's going to be a win for him. Excuse me, all 8 rounds, that's going to be a win for him. So, but obviously, it's going to be hard for him to do anything against a world class guy like Badu. I like that he's not giving up, but he keeps coming at him. But Badu is he's dominating this entire fight easily. But it's Sniper said Mike will not lose. So you got it's Snipers, you got Mike for the win. By the way, anybody up in the chat, man, let me know who you got winning for the main event. I want to know who you guys got winning for the main event. Mike Tyson versus Rory Jones. And then I want to know who you guys got winning um, for the co-main event. Nate Robinson versus Jake Paul. Let me know who y'all got winning. It's Snipers. Yeah, I'm enjoying this fight too. The last fight was good. I know I hadn't gone live yet, but the last fight was a good fight too. What I'm giving this card, and also what the announcer said too, is a lot of the fights are evenly matched up. Now, this one in particular, maybe not. I think they went obviously they went for a big name. Towards the end of the fight, you're going for big names, right? You got Badu Jack, you got Nate Robinson, Jake Paul, because people want to be entertained. But from what the announcers were saying, the undercard and then the fight before this and the two fights before this, they were all very competitive because it was evenly matched. Now, that's not saying the skill level was crazy ridiculous, even though the last fight, their skill levels was very high level. That was a beautiful boxing match. Like this isn't like a YouTube boxing match being put on. This isn't, no bullshit the zone trying to get some money or nothing like that. I see they got some real talent in here. So I like that. And you see, when talking about defending the jab, the difference between this guy McKerman and Badu Jack obviously is experience and competition resume, but it comes down to defense. I was watching. Shout out to Troy King's channel, Kill Entertainment. He said, man, a lot of times when a guy has great defense, which I've been known this, but I'm not going to make it seem like I'm saying this from myself. Like this is what he said, but I've been known this. I've been kind of talked about this. When a guy has great defense, he can slow the whole entire fight down because he doesn't have to throw anything. You can see Badu every time that weak jab comes from McKerman, either he knows it's landing short or if he feels like it's close enough, he's parrying it. And he follows with a counter. That's how you defend a jab. Right. And there's different ways you can slip with the jab either way, but you have to find a way to make it uncomfortable for your opponent while they're throwing the jab. If you can't do that, you're going to be on your back foot the whole entire fight, or you're going to be in range of getting hit by your opponent because you can't keep them from using the indicator of where they're going to be able to land or when they feel like they're going to actually, throw their punches. And like perfect example was the fight that just happened, Daniel Dubois versus Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce literally won that fight because of his jab. It's interesting. McKernan, you can tell. I don't think he'll last all 8 rounds because I see him like after certain punches or certain parts, he's kind of like shaking his head. It seems like he's trying to get himself into it, or he's trying to shake off certain damage, whatever it may be. Those are tall tale signs of he's not going to last, in my opinion. If he does, then I'm going to give Blake all his credit. That would be respect, but I don't see how he'll be able to last all 8 rounds. Now, Kia, what time does the fight come on? So we're at Badu Jack versus McKernan. It's the fourth round of that. And then we got Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson. And then we got Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones. So I'm not really sure exactly when Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones starts, but we basically have two more fights. We got to wait for this one to be over. We got 4 more rounds. And then we got the Nate Robinson, Jake Paul. 0K007 said, when is the Jake Paul fight? It's next, man. It's next. So we're on the 4th round of the Badu Jack versus McKernan fight. So whether this becomes a KO or they go all 8 rounds after this fight is the Jake Paul Nate Robinson fight. And if y'all up in here, man, if y'all haven't hit that like button, man, hit the like button, show some love to the channel. And most importantly, if you are not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. The subscribe button. Would appreciate the love. That's all I got to say. 5th round coming up, man. McKernan's like, he's surviving. I got to give it to him, man. He's surviving, man. I ain't expect that. No type of way. Good fight though so far, man. I've been entertained. Here we go, round five, man. Round five. Jabs in round four, 11-38 by Badu Jack McKernan, 1 of 25, man. That's a tall tale story right there. It's snipers. Jake Paul fight gonna suck. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully Robinson wins though. Yeah, that's probably gonna be the weakest fight of the whole entire card, obviously, because we have the least experienced fighters fighting. But it might be one of the most watched, obviously, because you got an NBA player fighting a YouTuber. A lot of people hope Nate Robinson is gonna win. I understand that, but I think Jake Paul is gonna knock that man out. I think it's gonna be a bad look for Nate Robinson. I think he's gonna be surprised. I'm like, I just don't see how a guy, being training for like 6 months is gonna be able to get in there and do some damage against a younger guy, guys who've been training for a lot longer. I just don't see it. Now Nate Robinson's a freak of nature. He's an athlete. He was in the NBA, so can't factor that out. But also he's an older athlete. It's not like he's a younger athlete. But we'll see, man. We'll see. But I'm standing by my choice. I think it's going to be annihilation by Jake Paul. That's my opinion. So I think it's the beginning of the end right now for McKernan. I think one big body punch from Badu, I think is done. I'm just waiting for that one big body punch. I like how the announcers is hyping it up though. But it's just because nobody expected. It's like McGregor versus Floyd, right? Nobody expected McGregor to make it as far as he did. McKernan is kind of the same thing. Like we give him props for him being able to last for as long as it is, going back and forth with Badu, not being scared. Excuse me, my bad, y'all. Oh, good right hand from McKernan. I like that. Sitting in the pocket. A lot of shaking of the head though from McKernan. That means they landed, man. Those are big punches from Badu, man. I gotta give McKernan this, man. He's tough, man. McKernan is tough, man. Those is solid. Those is big shots coming from a world class fighter like Badu, and he's sitting in that pocket. If y'all up in here, by the way, I gotta keep saying, if y'all up in here, man, hit the subscribe button, show some love right there, and then make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. What's the current fight, man? It's McKernan versus Badu Jack. We're on the we're going into the sixth round out of 8, so it's almost over. It's looking like McKernan is almost out. Like I feel like one big clean body shot from Badu, McKernan is going to be done. But McKernan's showing to be tough as hell, so I don't know. Zen, who's winning in your opinion? This fight, Badu, he's won every round. McKernan hasn't won not one round. I'm the only thing I'm impressed when it comes to McKernan is because he's nowhere near the level of Badu, is the fact that he's able to be in there and he's able to survive. So, like I said, if Badu is not able to, 6th round, by the way, starting now for the Badu Jack McKernan fight. So if Badu is not able to get McKernan out of there, the guy he basically should. Power punches in round 5, 23-40. McKernan landed 1 of 23. So that's showing you how, you know, lopsided this fight is. But if Badu's not able to get him out of there and finish him, what does that do for his stock, right? And obviously for McKernan, if he's able to stay in there all 8 rounds, which is probably what he's thinking in his head, he's like, man, I just got to last to the 8th round. His stock it'll go up significantly. He's going to find himself probably maybe being signed by a promoter where he can get some big money fights, or maybe get at least have a chance where he can maybe get a fight where it'll change his life. But I'm telling you, if McKernan can last this 8 rounds, he doesn't need to win a round. He doesn't need to look great. But if he can just last, it's going to do wonders for his career. What it'll do for Badu Jack, it all depends. Milo's is like I've been saying, it's Badu and McKernan fighting right now. Jake fights next. Jake versus Nate Robinson is the next fight, and then Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones obviously after that. So it's a 6 round out of 8 right now. So it's solid little fight we got going on. That's a big overhand right by Badu, man. McKernan's just taking damage, man. I respect the fact that he's taking this damage, but it's like, goddamn. Yeah, man, drop. If y'all up in here and you ain't hit that like button, hit that like button. Oh, looks like McKernan's about to drop. But he's still there, man. He's still, oh, good right hand from McKernan, but Badu rolled with it. But yeah, man, if y'all up in here and y'all didn't hit that like button, man, hit the like button. And especially if y'all not subscribed, hit that subscribe button right below, man. That means a lot. Solid fight, though, man. I've been entertained. I'll say that much. It's crazy though. I am going to be interested to see what the pay-per-view numbers are going to be for this fight. I wonder what the pay-per-view numbers is going to be. Because I'm like, what's unfortunate, what I'm going to say what's unfortunate, what's going to help them even more is the fact that the Curtis Blades versus Derek Lewis fight got called off. So I felt like now all the UFC or the MMA fans that were going to watch that, they're probably like, man, I might as well go ahead and watch this this Mike Tyson Roy Jones fight. Now, granted, Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones is going to cost in comparison to Curtis Blades versus Lewis, but at the same time, Curtis Blades versus Lewis is behind a paywall, so there's still some type of money involved. So that's going to help out. That's going to help out Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones pay-per-view numbers. I'm interested to see what it's going to get. I think it's going to do good numbers, man. I think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to hit a mill. I might be underselling Mike Tyson a little bit. You know what? Fuck it. It's probably going to be close as hell to a mill. It's either going to hit a mill or it's going to be right on the cusp. I think it's going to be 800K pay-per-view buys to a mill, man. I think it has that type of potential. That's my opinion, man. Make sure y'all let me know. Make sure everything is good. If there's any lag, let me know. Make sure the sound is crispy. I think everything is solid, man. You know what I'm saying? I finally got the good internet. Well, same internet, but I got improved. I got a new modem and all that good stuff. So I've been having very successful streams when it comes to the internet side of the game. Salute to the people, though. So we got round number 7 popping off in this thing. Blake, he made it, man. He made it all the way to round 7. How many people would have expected that, though? I know I didn't expect it. I thought he was going to be out of there maybe around the second or third fight. So it looks like there's a big possibility McKernan might be able to last through the 8 rounds. So, like I said, man, it's going to do a lot for his stock. It's going to do a lot for his stock. By the way, if y'all ain't there and you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button, baby. Show some love. Y'all see right there, man. We winners out here. You see the calves, baby. Calves right there, man. Winners all day, baby. But hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. If y'all ain't hit the like button, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys are coming in here for the Jake Paul Nate Robinson fight that has not started yet, this is the end of Badu Jack versus McKernan. It's the 7th of 8th round. So far, McKernan is showing that man, he ain't scared of nothing, man. And I got to give him props for that because, a lot of times when you see levels, when you see such a difference in levels between two boxers, you usually, you know what I'm saying? I know it's not a 12-round fight. It's not a 10-round fight, but still, man. The difference in levels between these two is Badu Jack not being able to finish him or knock him out or stop him shows me that Badu Jack he's way past his prime, man. Great boxer, still world class, but if I was Badu, man, I would think about, and he's already been, having different investments in brands that he's building, but I wouldn't. I would think it's about that time, man. Maybe get that rematch with Gene Pascal, see how that goes, and then, be like, what's next? That was a beautiful right hand from Badu. It looked like it hurt McKernan, but he's still right there, man. You can tell though we at the point now looking at Badu. He wants to finish him. He wants to stop him. But I think Badu's a little bit. He's a lot more. He's surprised just like the rest of us how tough Blake is, man. Dude is tough as hell. So I respect him for that. He went through some wars though. Yeah. Nah, Badu's went through. Not only has he went through some wars. Appreciate that extra like, y'all. Go ahead if y'all up in the chat and you haven't hit that like button, hit it again and hit that subscribe button and be part of the Black Goose family up in here, man. We family, so it's what we do. We chop it up, talk fights. But he's been in crazy wars, you know what I'm saying? But dude, he's 35. So how much do we expect from someone who's 35 and he's been through the wars that he had with Stevenson, with DeGale, with Pascal, you know what I'm saying? That crazy war he had with Marcus Brown. Like Badu's been through wars, he's been tested. Like I think it's time for him to, if I was him after this fight, you know what I'm saying, take this W, get the rematch with Gene, you know what I'm saying, because I know that's still on the table. Let's see how that goes. And then I would say after that, I'd like, man, just go ahead and enjoy the rest of your life, man. I'm like, I know you well off, you good, you got great, you got companies, outside of boxing. I think we just, it's that time, man. But but respect in a respectful way, no disrespect the way I'm saying it. But I would expect it Badu to be, someone at the level Badu Jack is at the level McKernan is at. I wouldn't have expected to go all 8 rounds, and it's going all 8 rounds. I don't see McKernan losing in this. Getting stopped in this last round. So plus 500 underdog Roy Jones Jr. for a win by KO, TKO, or disqualification. I'm telling y'all, if y'all got like $100, $200, $300 to spare, man, I go throw that on Roy Jones for KO, win by KO. I'm just saying, man. Y'all could have won some money with Joe Joyce versus Daniel Dubois. I told you to go put the money on Joe Joyce. Y'all didn't want to listen to a brother. It's all good, man. I understand. I ain't gonna judge nobody, man. I ain't that type. I'm just saying, man. But salute to the people in the chat, man. If y'all up in here, man, I appreciate it. We in here, man. We just enjoying it, chopping it up, man. So far, man. Badu Jack versus McKernan, man. It's been active the whole time, man. It's been. I don't want to say competitive, but it's been surprising, seeing how McKernan has been able to, last all the way into the 8th round. He's taking big shots from Badu and somehow still able to roll with him, somehow still able to keep coming at him. You know what I'm saying? McKernan, I'll give McKernan this. He doesn't look tired at all. He looks like he's in great shape. His cardio looks on point. It's just, you can tell just, fundamentally wise, experience wise, he's just not even anywhere close to on the same level as Badu. But this is going to be a big W for McKernan if he can last through these last round. But you can see Badu's trying to finish this right here. Badu's trying to finish this, and McKernan is just taking those goddamn shots, man. Hell of a fight, though. You might lose the money, but if you a plus 500 underdog, like the only time I would say put some money down is if you see an underdog to that level, a plus 500 by KO TKO. I'm just, man, I'd have to. If I was still betting, I'd go ahead throw 100 down on Roy by KO though. I want to put Roy just for the win because he's not a. I see, man. But dude's trying to end it. He's close, man. He might end this joint. He got to keep that pressure on him, though. But, beautiful counter right hand from Badu, man. Oh, man. McKernan, I don't know how the hell this man is taking these punches, bro. But I would go ahead and put a little something down at Roy, man. I'm just saying. But, see, I got Roy winning. So that's probably another thing, too. Like, a lot of y'all probably got Mike Tyson with a big right hand from Badu. Goddamn. I don't think Mike Tyson's going to win. Hell no, the fight shouldn't be stopped. Yeah, good call from Israel Adesanya. Adesanya said, no, Blake's still in the fight. If he wants to quit, he'll quit. Like, hell no, let this man go away because at this point, Blake, man, he's just like, man, if I can last 8 rounds with Badu Jack, that's going to be his trophy. That's going to be his W. So let this man do it. He has a, what's it called? Hematoba, whatever, on the top of over the top of his left eye. for Blake, man, taking some big punishment. But yeah, let him finish his fight because he don't look like he's out of it. He doesn't look like he's dazed. It looks like he's very well aware where he's at. His cardio's on point. The only way I see Blake losing if he gets hit with a shot where his eyes, he gets just shut off. His eyes just get shut off. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see Badu having that. Got 15 seconds left. Good left hook. Good counter uppercut from Badu, boy. Blake is taking big shots, man, and he's somehow still here. Blake is gonna survive, man. Yeah, man. Blake's gonna be able to lay up. Beautiful, man. Blake lasted all 8 rounds. So how should Badu Jack? Can someone please tell me how do y'all feel about this in the stream? How should Badu Jack feel that he was not able to stop Blake, a guy that even Badu Jack himself was saying he's a club level boxer. He's nowhere near him. You know, obviously we all know that because no one's heard of him to the extent of he's not even been on, he's not even been promoted by a main promotion, right? He has done all club level fights. So obviously the competition level is way below par of even is just way below par. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, whose stock went up, whose stock went down? My opinion, I think Blake's stock went up. He might end up being picked up by a major promotion. He could start making some real money boxing, or at least have a couple fights will change his life. Badu Jack should look at this fight and he should basically be, because look at this, Badu Jack landed 203 out of 520 punches. Blake landed 92 out of 471. So obviously it was a landslide, but if you're a world-class fighter, you land 203 punches on a club level boxer and you didn't get him out of there, man, like, I'm just saying. No disrespect. I'm just saying. Just putting it out there. Not a good look for Badu, man. Not a good look. But yeah, that fight's over, man. If y'all here for the Jake Paul and Nate Robinson, that's going to be next. But you know they're going to do their little music performance. They got a music performance popping off. They're doing music between each one. So, I respect it to an extent. But solid fight, man. We're getting closer and closer to the main event that everyone is here for. I'm definitely intrigued. I'm intrigued on seeing this next fight. I'm not even going to lie to nobody, man. I want to see how this next fight goes. Because if Nate Robinson could do what Blake did, because I'm interested to see how many rounds that fight is. Is that going to be 6 rounds? Or is it going to be 8 rounds? I'm assuming it's going to be 6. Nate can last 6 rounds. But the only thing that's going to be the deciding factor is, one, how is Nate going to be able to take a punch? Because I know you got to, a lot of people probably say, well, what do you mean? How can he take the punch? He knows how to take a punch. Nate, I'm pretty sure he was sparring for his camp. Sparring is completely different. Completely different. Especially, me personally, I don't think Nate was sparring that hard. He probably was sparring hard, but he wasn't sparring. He wasn't. I just don't think he was sparring that hard. I don't. It just doesn't. It wouldn't make sense for him too. For how little of time he was doing it. If I was coaching Nate, I would be more focused on muscle memory, conditioning, and a little bit of sparring, because sparring wouldn't help him much, because sparring for someone who's that young in the game and just started, it could actually be a negative for him, because it can make him pull punches. It can make him be more scared. It can make him develop bad habits. So you want to kind of develop his fundamentals outside of that and then kind of do sparring here and there. So it's hard for me to believe that they were doing any type of hard sparring, because it's just hard to fit that in. And if they did do hard sparring, it was, it wasn't much. So my thing when it comes to Nate is, how is he going to react when he gets hit with a full power punch from Jake Paul? Because I know he's been sparring heavy and he's been sparring aggressive, because he's been doing it for about 3-4 years now. So he's had those fights, and he's had 1 or 2 fights. I know it wasn't against any high level competition or professional competition or real boxers or even real athletes, right? But it was something. As Zen said, Nate's best bet is to have the cardio on his side and Jake gasses out. Yep. But see, with that, then that means Nate would have to have the boxing IQ of where he can stay on the outside and he can avoid punches to have Jake gas out. But unfortunately, Nate is he's smaller than Jake. So he's not necessarily going to be able to utilize fighting on the outside. Like, this is a very strategic pick from Jake Paul. So a lot of people don't want to realize either, because no matter how you kind of look at it, Nate Robinson is at a disadvantage, right? Even if Nate's cardio is amazing, even if his athleticism is amazing, even if his feet are in phenomenal shape. Everything is one. Nate's still gonna have to figure out range, right? And range is one of the hardest things to get a grasp on when it comes to boxing, especially when you're talking about a younger fighter. Or I'm sorry, not a younger fighter, but someone who's inexperienced to fight. Range is one of the hardest things to figure out. So that's something that Nate's gonna have to figure out. Okay, range. How can I get in? Because he's gonna have to get on the inside, which Jake Paul he does most of his damage on the inside. He's gonna have to get on the inside to be able to, land some punches, and either he's gonna have to grab and hold, or he's gonna have to get out quick. Which obviously he hasn't been boxing long enough to learn how to get on the inside, land his combinations, and get out. So his best bet is gonna get on the inside, land some punches, grab and hold. Radical Hot Wheels, no, just go ahead and look at that title below. It says commentary only. Go ahead and check out another channel if you want to actually see the fight. If you want some links for want some streams to check out, I can throw you some of those. It's on ESPN Plus, I think, or it's on all types of different pay-per-views. So, go ahead, break into your wallet, throw some money out for it. But we're not doing that here. By the way, if you are in here and you didn't hit that like button, please hit the like button. It means a lot. If you're not part of the Black Goose family, subscribe. But can you link, please, for free? Check out crackstreams.com. Check out VIP League. You can also check out Boxing Streams 100. So you can check those out at your own risk, okay? Because if you don't have any pop-up blockers, ad blockers, and antivirus protection, you're going to those sites at your own risk. Those are three that you can use that should be pretty solid. But so Nate's at a disadvantage. So he's gonna have to figure out how to get on the inside. He's gonna have to figure out how to avoid punches when he's on the inside and getting out. And then he's also gonna have to be able to figure out, basically, he's gonna have to. And let's be 100, man. Anybody who, Radical Hot Wheels, man, drop a goddamn like. But like, think about this. Anybody who gets into boxing, right? If we're talking about a celebrity too. I know we're talking about someone who's getting ready for a fight, but a celebrity with money, whatever. Go into the boxing gym, you go into the Muay Thai gym, you go into the kickboxing gym. What is the first thing usually almost every coach, 95, 80% of coaches in the gym start teaching you, or you don't even want to say coach, just what the classes will teach you is offense, right? It's very rare you're going into a gym and the first thing you're learning is defense. The reason behind that is because defense takes much longer to learn than offense. So do you really think in a 4, 5, 6 month span, Nate Robinson learned defense, right? No. This is my opinion. I think the only thing they focused on was the fundamentals. He had to learn his stance. He had to get his stance right. He had to be comfortable in being in his stance and staying in his stance. He had to be comfortable with keeping his hands up at all time. He had to be comfortable with throwing punches and bringing them right back to the face. He had to be comfortable with, resting your elbows basically on that upper part of your stomach so you can protect your body. Like, all these things take years of practice to learn. But it's important for a beginner to learn these things because those are the fundamentals, those are the foundation. So where do you have time to teach defense through all that without overloading your fighter, right? There's no time. So, all these aspects, I just see Nate Robinson. I see Nate Robinson literally getting blown out of the water in the first round. I see him getting just destroyed in the first round. It's going to be the first time he's going to feel something like that, and he's just going to be shocked, and he's not going to know what to do because he's not going to have any defense. He's not going to know. He's going to be like, how do I defend this, right? That goddamn, if you go to his YouTube channel, it showed him doing mitts, and they were doing the shoulder roll, right? Whenever I see a coach training a new fighter and they're showing him the shoulder roll or the Philly shell, I'm just like, bro, what? Are you serious? So it's gonna be easy work for Jake Paul. And this is not me. I'm not a Jake Paul fan, nothing like that. It's just, if you want to talk boxing, it's actually a little bit disrespectful. Nate Robinson even thinks that he's gonna have a chance being in, doing this for 6 months. It's gonna be easy work. By the way, appreciate the extra like. Y'all go ahead and drop another like. Everyone who is in here, if you are not part of the Black Goose family, hit that subscribe button, man. Join the family, man. Hit that like button. It means a lot for the channel. But just remember me saying all this because I know I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all who are jumping in and out, y'all probably not hardcore boxing fans. I'm aware of that. But I'm just going to keep going back to the prime example because it's the most recent example. Daniel Dubois versus Joe Joyce. As much as everyone thought Daniel Dubois was going to win, he was the younger fighter. He had that right hand KO power. I kept telling people Joe Joyce was in there with killers. He understands how to use his range. He understands how to establish his jab. When you know these little things, boxing is a chess match. When you have the slight upper hand on your opponent, that makes all the difference in the world when you're talking about two fighters whose skill level is similar or their athleticism is very similar. It comes down to the IQ, the experience, what you don't know is going to kill you and what you know is going to help you. I just made that up. I don't even know if that's a real saying, but that's what we're talking about when it comes to this Robinson versus Jake Paul fight. So YG just got done performing in them big ass cargo jeans, whatever the fuck them on. That nigga was wearing some fucking bed sheets on his legs. But I won't lie, I was a little skeptical when they said there was gonna be a host for this because I was like a host, and then when I saw like the music performances, I'm like, what the fuck is we watching? It's like this is gonna be like a podcast, like what? But I like it. I like how they got this together. I think it's done. It's done very well. But like I said, man, I'm interested to see, man. This is all backed. I won't say backed, but this is all fueled by the return of Mike Tyson, right? Does any other legend get this type of clout? You feel me? So I'm like, if they move on with the Legends Only League, right? Let's say Mike Tyson does win, right? But they want to put on events in between, right? Look, Pops just asked me who want to fight. Um, but let's say Mike wins. He does it in impressive fashion. Everybody is pumped. Da, 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 right? So does each fight that comes with this whole Mike Tyson league and stuff like that, is it all predicated on the fact that Mike Tyson will always be the main event? Or will we see them, kind of turn into an actual promotional boxing company where they're putting on events for, boxers we may not know, or boxers they sign in the future that, let's say Terrence Crawford gets signed by, Mike Tyson's promotion and he starts fighting. I don't know. Like I'm just throwing shit out, but I'm like, where do they go from here? Because I'm like, let's say Oscar De La Hoya is saying he wants to come back, right? Oscar De La Hoya wants to fight Triple G, right? And they put that fight on. Obviously, he's not going to do the same numbers. Or Evander Holyfield wants to fight again. Let's say Lennox Lewis wants to come back. Like, is that kind of the foundation or the stepping stone that we're looking at, or is this a one hit type of thing where it comes on, they put the money in, they get such a great return from it because everyone went to see Mike Tyson, but they know it's, especially if the main event is lackluster and Mike doesn't look anything near what people expect it to be. They're like, all right, this is what it is. We're going to leave it alone. We're going to move on. Right. A lot of questions. A lot of questions. If y'all up in here, though, man, we got the Jake Paul, Nate Robinson coming up. Go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. They're doing the tell of the tape. Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson. 6'1" for Jake Paul, 5'9" for Nate Robinson, 70-inch reach for Robinson, 76 for Paul. So that's the biggest key right there. And then Jake Paul's 189. Robinson's only 181. Like all these, like, bruh. I know y'all hate Jake Paul. I know y'all want Nate Robinson to win, but for any of y'all to think that Nate Robinson has a chance in this, I'm sorry to tell y'all he does not. He does not. I'm just being 100 with y'all. I don't mean to be that guy, but it is what it is, God damn it. Salute to the people, though, man. Salute to everybody up out here. So I'm waiting. As soon as the walkouts start, I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna be right back. Like I said, I appreciate the way this is moving. I appreciate how fast everything is going. I forgot, man. I still have my work shit up. Work from home. Let me see this. So dude just hit me with the property. Bad. Hold on. Look, Snoop said, I think Nate gonna be all right. He said playing football and basketball. Like, bruh, that is a totally different sport. Like, you sound crazy. A lot of people think that though. Okay, so Jake Paul's on his way to the ring. I'm gonna be right back, y'all. Be right back. If y'all here ain't throwing a like, please throw a like. Oh, you just threw a like. So thank you for that. Throw another like. I'm gonna be right back. Give me like 1 minute. By the time I'm back, Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson's probably they're gonna be announcing the names, and I will make sure I give y'all basically the best I can, a play-by-play analysis of what is going on in case you guys are not able to see the fight. Because that's what I'm here to do. So appreciate y'all. If you were not part of the Black Goose family, please hit that subscribe button. It'll mean a lot. And then also, if you haven't hit the like button yet, hit the like button again. It means a lot for the channel. But I'm gonna be right back. Jake Paul is walking out right now. Snoop is grooving. So I'll be right back. Oh, Nate Robinson coming right out. He's trying to destroy him. Oh, damn. Oh, snap. I know Nate Robinson is not wearing boxing shoes. He got on Jordans. First round. It's only a 6-round fight. Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson. Oh, I like the athleticism coming from Nate right now. Oh, yeah, no, he got on boxing shoes. He got on them retro Air Jordan boxing shoes. Those is cold right there. So we here, man. Let's see if I'm wrong, man. What I like from Robinson, and I think that his corner had to tell him this. Do not stay at the end of his punches. If you have to rush him, get on the inside. He's holding. Remember when I told y'all he has two options: get on the inside, throw his combinations, circle out. He's not that skilled. So his only option is going to be get on the inside, throw, and hold. That's his only option. Now, what's going to be interesting is the way Robinson came out. Did he do an adrenaline jump? Excuse me, adrenaline dump. Because he came out He basically came out and looked like he gave everything he got. And he's gonna have to that's something that he's probably not gonna be used to. So it's gonna come down to at this point cardio. So we're seeing like obviously from all the other fights we saw, this is the most inexperienced of them all. And we're seeing that, right? We're seeing a lot of holding. We're not seeing any type of intelligent boxing. So it is what it is. We expected that. But everyone's here, right, to either see Jake Paul lose or to see Nate Robinson get knocked out. So let's see if we're going to see either one of those. Now, 6 rounds of this is going to be tough. Because literally we're going to have Nate Robinson holding all night. Which if I was his corner, I would be telling him to do that. I'd be like, look, Nate, every time you get up in there, man, you need a hold. All right? Fuck the bullshit. Oh, my shit just went. Some bullshit for me. Hold on. Let's get right. So I'm like, we're gonna see a lot of this, man. We're gonna see a lot of this. But we're gonna have to probably wait until is probably until about the second or third round, most likely. We're gonna have to wait until about the second or third round till we really start seeing some like real action. Oh man, Nate Robinson is done. He's out. I told you what's gonna happen. What happened when Robinson gets hit with the real punch? He's out. He's trying to say it's the back of the head, but it looks like, is he gonna use this as a cop out? I know he's holding the back of his head, man, but I told you, I said first round, y'all. I said first round, man. Nate's trying to say it was the back of the head. It might have been the back of the head. He never been dropped like that, so it's easy to say that. This is interesting what we got going on. It doesn't look like Robinson has his feet back under him yet. What Robinson is doing smart is he's ducking his head down low to avoid getting hit by the right, and he's going straight into that under armpit, that left under armpit of that jab hand. Because if you do that, obviously you're going to be avoiding that big right hand. Okay, I give him that. I'll give his corner this, or whatever his coaches is. They knew what they were working with, right? They knew they had an inexperienced fighter. They knew they were basically teaching the guy of how to do something that takes years in 4 to 6 months. So they're giving him, they trained him the right way to do the smart things to avoid. Now, what this means is we're going to see Nate Robinson for 5 more rounds, basically trying to survive, because he's not going to be able to hit nothing, right? Down. If you see the replay, it was clean. That was clean. Well, it was close, but Jesus Christ, man, when you look at the way Nate Robinson he got laid down flat right there, man. Man, I just don't like seeing something like this. Like, Robinson, god damn, why are you doing this to yourself, man? It's gonna be worse. It's gonna be worse. Second round, here we come. You know what I'm saying? Nate Robinson already did. He passed my expectations. I didn't think he was gonna get past that first round. But also, I got to give Nate and his corner, you know what I'm saying? They did a very good job with coaching him and basically telling him, like, man, if you are gonna throw head off that distance. Don't throw and like, boxers learn and establish your position, stay in your position, establish your range, because he's way too he's way too inexperienced to figure out how to be able to do that. So his best bet is to literally blitz him at all costs and use his cardio, and hopefully this cardio can last through 6 rounds, and that's his best bet, and tire out Jake. But sooner or later, this isn't going to work, because you can see Nate's literally just trying to survive this whole entire fight. Oh my God, Robinson just died again. This is embarrassing, man. Why did he look at how he's falling down too? That's the craziest part. Like he not even falling down with no type of he's not falling down with no type of manliness. Like this man, when he falls down, he's like putting his face down on the mat and he's like laying all the way out. Man, like see, it's a whole lot different. What I tell you, man, this is a whole lot different, boy. Knocked out. It's gonna be disgusting. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Man, Jesus Christ. He can't even get up. Oh man, I feel so bad for Nate. Didn't I tell y'all, man? Like for me telling y'all what was gonna happen to Nate Robinson. Oh my God. It sucks, man. It sucks, man. Like, what was the reason for Nate to do this? Like, that's literal disrespect to boxing. Disrespect to boxing. For you to think you're gonna train for 4 months because you can jump high and you can dunk the ball, and you're gonna go in there with a younger guy, a hungrier guy who's been doing this for 3 to 4 years, you really think you got a chance? Get your basketball shit up out of here, man. So I hope this goes to show to everyone who thinks they're an athlete and they can just transition to another sport so easily without actually putting in the work, without actually putting in the years, especially something like boxing. For you to think just because you're a long, lanky guy and you could throw a couple punches, watch this goddamn fight. This is 6 months of training to 3 years of training. Now get in there. That's why what McKernan did was so impressive because but at the same time, McKernan had been training for a long time. Look at Robinson can't even get up. Like this is embarrassing. He's never gonna come back from this. There's nothing Nate Robinson's gonna be able to do to be able to live this down. Like I don't feel bad for Nate Robinson at all. He deserves this. For you to think, and I told you what's gonna happen when he gets hit. Bow. That man died. What's gonna happen when he gets hit? And we saw what happens when he gets hit. There was no way he was doing hard sparring and you're 6 months into training. It's not even possible to do hard sparring in your 6 month into training. It's like, what did you expect? Like, I want to hear what the announcers are saying. Like, what did you expect? People actually was giving this man a chance to. I'm telling y'all, man. I got the Jake Paul one right, and I'm telling y'all Roy's gonna win as well. Nate got fucked up. Jake Paul said he didn't want his kids to watch it, man. He told him, he said, man, don't have your kids watch this. You about to, you a 35-year-old man, your kids gonna see you get beat up by a 23-year-old kid, man. And that's what happens when you don't respect the sport of boxing. That's what happens when these athletes, these super athletes, they think that, oh, I was over here, I was dunking the ball, I was doing this, I can go over it. Nah, man. A lot of people want to say, look at what Greg Hardy did. Greg Hardy respected the sport. Greg Hardy went through the amateurs in MMA, then moved his way up, went pro on a undercard on a league that wasn't as well as known. Then he moved over to Dana White Contender Series, and then he moved up his way in rankings. Not only that, this guy was literally sleeping at AT&T, American Top Team Gym. So Greg Hardy is an anomaly because he actually put the work in. He respected the sport. This guy, Nate Robinson, didn't respect the sport, man, and it got blasted.
He was better than I expected. He's athletic, super strong, obviously. First and foremost, I just want to, say thank you to Nate. He's the one that originally called me out. I respect him, and his his basketball career has been amazing, and I don't want to take any.
Oh, he's being respectful. That's dope. It's all for the lead up. But Jake Paul was really in there fighting. Like he was sparring with real boxers. Even if the competition level wasn't anything people want to respect or whatever who he may have been sparring with, he was getting in hard sparring, and that makes a world of difference to a guy who lightly touching the pads and trying to figure out how to keep the stance right and bring his hands back to his. It was a mismatch, man. I told y'all. This was how it was gonna happen. Quick and effective. And I'm telling y'all right now, I'm telling y'all what's gonna happen with Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones. Roy Jones is gonna win. Now, I don't mind being wrong because I lowball want to be wrong because I feel like there's gonna be great things to come from it if I am wrong. If Mike Tyson wins, we're gonna have a lot more, we might see a lot more legends fighting. But I don't see it going that way. Jake fights a bunch of kids, man. You need to fight KSI. It's snipers, man. I'm sorry to tell you this, but he knocks the shit out of KSI. He knocks the shit out of KSI. I know people don't like Jake Paul, but if you just look at this guy, if you look at his age, the passion and the respect that he's actually given the sport in comparison to any of these other people we're talking about, that's what's going to have him win. Hands down. Is the respect that he actually has for the sport. KSI is getting knocked out, man. I'm like, Nate Robinson isn't a kid, man. Nate Robinson is a grown man. He's he's way more athletic than KSI, right? Obviously, he doesn't have the same type of, training background as KSI, so that's going to actually make a difference. But I'm like, let's take a step back and let's talk about who we are talking about, right? We're talking about a YouTuber boxing. So he's not going to fight any high level competition. KSI is a nobody, right? KSI barely beat his brother. So even him fighting KSI, that's still a nobody. But I'm like, if we're looking at it in the perspective of who his competition is, he's at the same level as all of them because he's only a YouTuber. Nate Robinson is a basketball player, right? So it's not like he's a professional boxer, right? Even though he's fighting pro, a YouTube perspective. Exactly. So when we look at it from that, he's fighting competition that is actually at the same skill level or perceived to be, right? The last two fights, they were both YouTubers. This one would be considered a step up in competition because he fought a real athlete, right? But if you're a boxing head, you know that athleticism doesn't mean nothing if you ain't actually put in the time and work to train. Like you just basically a motherfucker out there trying to hit some shit. And that's what we just seen.
Out to Los Angeles to fame and success.
So I think him fighting, KSI was probably going to be the next thing we're going to see. But I think Jake Paul beats him too. I think out of all these little YouTubers and shit, we see Jake Paul is probably the most, he respects the sport the most. He's in it the most consistent, and he's made the most progress because his knockout power is real. Like that, like, come on, like it. I'm just saying, man, it's just like you got to respect his knockout power. Regardless, you have to have some type of knockout power to lay a motherfucker flat the way he just laid him. Like Robinson was flat. So he has real power, but we're gonna see. I feel like that's gonna be the next matchup. But I think Paul knocks out KSI. I think anybody that Jake Paul fights that's on the same skill level as him, like on the YouTube perspective, he beats, mostly all of them. That's my opinion. It don't gotta be right. So if y'all up in here, man, I don't think KSI will knock out Jake Paul. He's gonna do it to Logan Paul. And Logan Paul's style is lowball tailor-made for a guy like KSI to be able to get a big punch on him. I don't think KSI has really punching power like that. I really don't. I think he more so look for his shots. But if y'all in here, by the way, and you're not part of the Black Goose family, please hit that subscribe button below. Also hit the like button. Them likes mean a lot, man. So hit them likes, show some love, and hit them likes up for your boy. But we here, man. Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson is over. The heavyweight match, the main event is here. Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. I cannot wait. So please, man, hit that like button, show some love. Hit that subscribe button, show some love, man. We here. We got a lot of options coming in play right now. It's Snipers got Mike going on. The rest of y'all who's up in the chat, man, I want to know who y'all got winning, Mike Tyson or Roy Jones. I got Roy. I'm gonna rock with Roy Jones. That's my opinion. That's my pick. It's Snipers got Mike, so we're gonna see what's gonna happen. We got one or two things that's gonna happen from this, right? We're either gonna be surprised as hell, and we're gonna see a competitive ass fight, and we're gonna see as close as to what we could have got to when they was in their prime, right? We can see that, or we can see the totally other end of the spectrum where it starts off good, and then we realize, damn, we was hyped up, and we watching two old motherfuckers fight, and we literally got two old motherfuckers in the ring for 8 rounds, and we watching that. So it's gonna be one of the two, man. I'm really hoping it's the latter. I'm hoping it's not. We're not watching two old motherfuckers fight. You know what I'm saying? I really hope not. But Roy Jones was looking amazing on the mitts. Leading up to the fight, I thought he looked impressive. I haven't seen anything from Mike Tyson, so that was interesting to me. But I'm just gonna hope for the best. But we got Roy, Mike Tyson coming up. God damn it! This is what we've been waiting for. Oh, they're doing an interview with Roy. It's Sniper said, "You trying to bet? What you trying to bet, man?" It's Sniper's always trying to bet up in this thing.
Because it's still Mike Tyson who can basically take you out with one punch. He can do anything to you.
I told you, man. I told you. Hey, you see that, Zen, man. Hey, he is never going to live this down. There is nothing at 35, 36 years old that he's going to be able to do to be able to basically be able to, what's the word for it? I don't even know the word for it, but he's never going to be able to live this down. This is something that he's just going to have to accept in his life, and he's going to have to move forward. It's not like he's going to be able to get a rematch. If you try to do another boxing match, that's probably not going to be your best bet unless you're going to go against someone who's on the same skill level as you. But this is something that at 35 years old, you have your dunk contest win, you were in NBA, you got millions, you got a beautiful family, but now because of your fucking ego and your disrespect of the sport of boxing, you are have to live with for the rest of your day. I got beat up by that young boy. Not only did I get beat up by that young boy, but I got knocked the fuck out where I was literally laid out on the goddamn canvas like nigga, I was making a snow angel face front, and I had trouble getting up. So that's something that he's gonna have to live with, and that's why, man, I tell you got to be careful of them goddamn egos, man. Them egos. There's nothing Nate Robinson's gonna be able to do to other make. Your kids saw that. Your kids saw that. Now your kids can't come up to you, bro. Now your kids can't be like, man, Nate, I want to be just like you because you jumped over Dwight Howard and you dunked on him and you led the Chicago Bulls to the playoffs when Derrick Rose was hurt and you didn't make nigga. We're in the day of age of now. And you know what's going to be on replay for the next 2 to 3 years while Jake Paul is still going to be pursuing his pro boxing career? Is that highlight of Nate Robinson falling face down and making the goddamn snow angel in that boxing canvas. That's because of ego right there, man. That's because of ego, and that's because of y'all motherfucking other athletes because y'all don't know shit about boxing. Y'all ain't never trained it, but y'all see it and be like, well, I'm athletic. I can do it too. I know how to throw a 1-2. Offense is the easiest thing to teach. If you ain't never been able or have the opportunity to really drill defense or get up in there and have a hard sparring match and understand the significance of defense, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Respect the goddamn sport. That's why I'm kind of happy Jake Paul won. I know people hate him. I know people don't like him. I'm the guy on the other side where I'm a fan of Jake Paul because he said, Nate, respect this goddamn sport. I don't give a fuck how high you jump. Can you take a punch, bro? $10 flew. It's Snipers. All right, I'll take that bet. Just if I lose, don't hold me to it. I'm gonna tell you right now, don't hold me to it, but I'll take that goddamn bet because I got Roy winning, but don't hold me to it if you lose. Tyson looking crazy with that goddamn do-rag on his head. What do you got a do-rag on? He ain't got no hair. Roy and Mike, they both look old. Y'all see the weigh-ins? Y'all see the weigh-ins? They looked old as hell. Can we talk about this? Is it just me, or does it seem like there's been a lot more hype around Mike? No, actually, that's a fact. There's been a lot more hype around Mike. But can we say this? What happened to all these goddamn pictures? I hope that's not the case. I hope that's not the case because we already seen what happened to Nate Robinson, and that shouldn't have even been. It's crazy that the commission allowed Nate Robinson to take that fight and get fucked up like that. But they want to put all these stipulations for Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones. Actually, never mind. That is the right thing to do. Teach these young boys a lesson. Stop all these motherfuckers. I can box. I can do it because I know how to throw some 1-2s on the mitts. Like, get the fuck up out of here, man. Anyways, my bad. I'm going off into a rant. But anyways, man, we got Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones, the main event coming up. I'm ready for this shit. Nate took the L, got literally embarrassed. This is something that he's gonna have to go home to. His kid's gonna be like, "Hey, daddy, what happened? What happened? I thought you said you was gonna win. You wasn't gonna let him." He's gonna have to be like, it was a bad night. It was a bad night. Should never take that shit. Except with this nigga with all this hair. So we got a performance popping off. St. John. I don't know who that is. I don't got PayPal. I got Cash App. I got that Cash App. Okay, bet. I'm gonna see. We got this bet doing. Don't hold me to it. Like I said, though, I'm terrible with bets, man. But I just. All right, bet. Yeah, man. We just waiting on the waiting on this performance to end, and then we gonna go. We gonna be here for that main event, man. Salute to the people, man. Salute to everybody who's been rocking with me at this point. Salute to everybody who's been up in here, man. If y'all ain't hit that like button, man, go ahead, hit that like button, man. Show some love. If y'all not part of the motherfucking family, hit that subscribe button, man. Show some love. I'm excited as hell too, man. I'm just hoping, like I said, we don't end up. I'm just hoping we don't end up seeing some bullshit, man. That's what I'm hoping up. I just really I know they're older fighters. I know, but you know what I'm saying? The way they was hyping this up, like y'all got my expectations through the roof, all type of shit like that. So I'm hoping we're gonna see, a pretty solid fight. But at the same time, it's like, and I'm not gonna allow myself to I'm not gonna allow myself to get too hyped up, because we have to remember, we have to keep a perspective of what we are watching, man. We are watching two older dudes. Roy ain't fighting 2 years. Mike ain't fighting, 8 years, 6 years, whatever it may be. Like, we gotta have to keep that in mind. So that's just the narrative we're just gonna have to realize and rock with. But that's me saying I'm not going to enjoy the hell out of this fight. That's not me for the shit, because I am. But my bad, y'all. I'm over here texting, but brother was hitting me. He was asking me how I felt about the fight. Yeah, my bar is probably like if the bar could be all the way up here, like me being the most excited in the world for this fight, I would say I got my bar about right here. You know what I'm saying? And this is the look, this is the lowest, this is the highest. My bar is right in the middle. I got my bar in the middle because if it ends up disappointing, I'm like, I expected it. If it ends up being amazing, then it surprises me and I enjoy the fight more than I actually thought I would. So that's why I'm keeping this shit like right here. So anyways, everybody who's hopped in, man, I appreciate y'all. Salute to the people who've been rocking with me. Go ahead and hit that like button. If y'all haven't hit the like button, hitting that like button means a lot. I appreciate that. It really helps the channel. And if, of course, if you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Join the Black Goose TV family because we all family in this motherfucker. So do both for me. Hit the like button, subscribe. We got Saint John. I ain't never heard of him, but he's finishing up his musical performance before the Mike Tyson Roy Jones walkout. So that's all we waiting for right here, man. Once his performance is over, man, we got the main event, and we no longer have to wonder whether or not this is a fight we all should be excited for. You know, the anticipation is high. You know, this like I'm trying to think, man, of this year, or we can say after pandemic. I don't want to say pre-pandemic. So after pandemic, has there been a boxing match? I don't want to say MMA match because there's been some MMA matches that I've been pretty excited for it to this level. But has there been a boxing match you've been excited for it to this extent? I don't think so. I was pretty excited for the Charlos fights, but I wasn't this excited. Um, I'm pretty damn excited for Garcia versus Earl, but not this excited. I was pretty damn excited for Teofimo versus Loma, but not this excited. I think this one's beating it out. So I think we're gonna have some good pay-per-view numbers for this. His snipers, one thing I'm a little nervous with is that with Mike's age, I don't know if his cardio will be enough to last 8 rounds. But a speedy guy like Jones, and we've only been seeing him on the pads, you know what I mean? Yeah, and even with that, like one thing I wanted to point out too when it came to seeing Mike Tyson's training footage is that we've only seen pads early when they first announced him coming back, right? If you guys really think about it, we haven't seen much training footage outside of what was released initially from Mike Tyson. Or if you watch, if you go to Roy Jones, his Instagram, if you go to his, especially if his coach's Instagram, go to his coach's Instagram and go to his YouTube page. I follow both because his coach is world class, great boxing mind. He's basically, documented him working with Roy Jones from when the fight was first announced all the way to, 5-6 days out. You've seen the progress from Roy. You've seen him got sharper. You've seen him got faster. He's gotten in better shape. His legs look a little bit better underneath him than when they first started. So we've seen that. There's been a high level of transparency when it comes to Roy Jones' camp. We haven't seen that from Mike. So that's either a good thing or a bad thing, right? Like when it came to Nate Robinson, I thought it was a bad thing that he was releasing so much footage of his training, and that actually that's what made me be like, oh, you're gonna get destroyed because you're not respecting the sport of boxing, because we can literally see how novice you are from the training that you're doing. I know it's not the whole entire look, but you're giving us a good glimpse. So you can, but Roy, obviously, Roy is a fucking legend, so he's not scared of, he's like, look, I'm gonna do what I always do. Ain't nothing gonna be nothing different from the way I go about things. So with that being said, that can either be something that's gonna work in favor, or that's something where Roy's basically saying, look, I want you guys to see how shape I am in. Mike Tyson might be doing the opposite, where I don't want Roy to have any idea of what I'm going to be coming with or what I'm going to be doing. It's all depending on how we want to look at it, right? So it's going to be interesting. It is 2-minute rounds instead of 3-minute rounds, so that's going to be something that's going to favor Mike Tyson, like right off the bat, obviously. Turn that down before I get copywritten. You know what I'm saying? But salute, man. I guess they're having 2 performances for this one. So they got Snoop now doing his little thing. So just gotta wait till that's over and we got some good shit popping. Too bad for Nate though, man. Sad story, man. Sad story. Oh man, Snoop, man, he lighting up a J, man. That's crazy, man. Snoop at the point that man, he's like, I smoke wherever I. What if like right after he was smoking, like the walkouts were coming and it was like Roy or Mike Tyson, they caught a contact high and the motherfuckers was high as hell. Crazy shit. Salute though. Salute to everybody who's been rocking with me. Salute to everyone who's here. Everyone who's hopping in the chat. Everyone who's hopping out of the chat. We waiting on Snoop to get done with his performance, and we got the main event, man. Like I said, man, we're either gonna see 12 rounds of. Oh, my bad, it's not 12 rounds. I don't think it's 8 rounds. So we're either gonna see 8 rounds of, two old men getting it in, or we're gonna be pleasantly surprised, and we're gonna see some pretty good goddamn action. So, we'll see. You see, Snoop Dogg was feeling comfortable, man. He went all the way up and down the walkway, was sitting on the ring, man. I guess when you Snoop, you can do that, right? Show some love, though. If y'all ain't hit that like button, man, hit that like button, man. It means a lot for the channel, man. If y'all not subscribed, man, go ahead and subscribe, man. We here. We on the last tail end of things, man. The main event's almost starting, so that's all we waiting on, man. Hopefully y'all been enjoying y'all Saturday. My Saturday has been solid. I still need it's 10:35. I posted my goddamn do something every day challenge, but I did do something today. All right, 10 rounds of shadow boxing, 10 rounds of jump rope. I'm gonna put that up to make sure y'all know y'all stay motivated. Do something every day. Don't be lazy, you motherfuckers. But we here, man. Oh, gotta be careful right there. I was hitting that just a little bit too much. I want y'all to see I want y'all to see that C right there. I want y'all to see the C, the Cavaliers. Know that I got LeBron James on the mic. You know what I'm saying? LeBron on the mic. On the mic. On the mic. Long ass performance. God damn, Snoop. How many songs you doing? I wonder too, because I think they're doing this fight in, I'm not sure. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It might be Las Vegas. I'm not sure, but I wonder how the weight, the anticipation, the adrenaline, fighting later at night, what's that's gonna do for somebody like a Mike and a Roy Jones who's older. Roy hasn't made the walk in a couple years. Mike Tyson ain't made the walk in 8 years. How is this? And there's no fans. Remember that too. So there's no fans. How is this? What are we going to see? How is this going to do? Because that's another thing people don't want to put into perspective too when it comes to Mike Tyson. Everyone's saying Mike Tyson's going to knock out Roy, he's going to kill him. There's not going to be no fans. Is that going to make a difference? What is that going to do when it comes to the adrenaline? What is that going to do when it comes to the adrenaline dump? Like, who's that going to benefit more? You know what I'm saying? So, keep that in perspective. A lot of people going for Roy think he's going to come out, he's just going to knock off Roy Jones, head. Like, I can see it happening. I definitely can see it happening, but with no fans and not doing the walk and not fighting in like 6 years, that's a blessed man. If he does that, blessings. And he deserves the Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder exhibition fights because that would be very phenomenal. But I just do not see that happening. I see Snoop, man. They gave Snoop all the stage time because this nigga must be rapping his whole album. Like, goddamn, get your ass on, bro. Like, no disrespect, you a legend. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing, but like, I'm ready to watch the fight. Like, thank you, goddamn, man. Oh, and you banged on us. You see that he banged on us right before he walked off. Like, goddamn. Okay. Salute to the people though. If you in here, man, drop that like button. God damn it. Drop that motherfucking like button. It helps a lot with the channel. And please subscribe to the page. We go live for all of the boxing fights, all of every single one. I know. Looking at that footage though, looking at that one little quick clip of Mike hitting the mitts, man. You like, if he do that shit to Roy, man, Roy's gonna be out of here. But you know, how long would this is gonna be interesting, man. This is gonna be interesting. So what's the next Legends fight? What people would want to see? Oscar De La Hoya is getting ready to come back. He's saying he wants Triple G. I want to see Oscar De La Hoya, man. Oscar, they should do Oscar De La Hoya versus Canelo. Isn't it funny too how Oscar's like, he's like, oh yeah, let me get Triple G. That's easy work for me. Obviously, that's a shot at Canelo. You know what I'm saying? That's obviously a shot at Canelo. Look, Oscar, you do what you do, man. Triller.
If you're not a legend, you don't belong here.
If you're not a legend, you don't belong here. Then explain Nate Robinson versus Jake Paul, Roy. Explain that. God damn it. Talking about if you're not a legend, you don't belong here. But I just saw Nate Robinson get fucked up. Nate Robinson got fucked up. Like, that's terrible. Why did they let that happen to that man? That shit was not right. Well, everybody who's here for the main event, for the Roy Jones Jr. versus Mike Tyson main event, we got the walkouts finally happening. If y'all up in here, man, and y'all not part of the family, man, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. The subscribe button is right there. Right there. Hit that subscribe button. Be part of the Black Goose family. And then the like button should be like right over there or right over here. Hit the like button too, man. It means a lot for the channel. It helps it out a lot. So please do that for your boy. But let's get back to it, man. We got the walkouts happening. Roy Jones, Mike Tyson. I want to do a shout out to Israel Adesanya, man. He's been great on the mic, even though I ain't really been listening.
In his era, if you were
But the little bit I've been listening to, he sounded amazing.
You can't even describe it as something that was.
Yeah, man, salute to that. Salute to that, man. But we here, man. We close, man. It's about that time. We here, baby. We here, man. We here for the main event, man. Hey, man, if y'all up in here, man, I want to know who y'all got winning. Who do y'all got winning, man? Go ahead and drop who y'all got. Mike Tyson or Roy Jones, who y'all picking? And if y'all hit the like button, hit the goddamn like button. And if y'all not subscribe to the channel. Black Goose family forever. When you part of this family, you're part of a family forever. You never got to worry about never being loved. Never. So hit. Where is that? Oh, hit that. Hit that like. Show some love, man. Look, man. I understand, man. We got to hear the breakdown from that. We got Sugar Ray Leonard. He's a legend. We heard a little bit from Israel Adesanya. I understand that, but look, we just watched 2 performances. We watched St. John, and then we watched Snoop Dogg basically do his whole goddamn album. Like, can we get to the fight? I was just texting my brother, right? And my brother, like, he just hit me. He was like, I'm gonna take a shot for Nate. And I was like, you know what? You know what I'm saying? I don't got a shot next to me, but you know what I'm saying? I got a little beer. So I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and take a little drink for Nate too. Cause I'm like, you're gonna have to explain this to your kids. Like, how big of an ego do you have? Went to the NBA, played football at a high level in college, won the dunk contest, literally, I'm saying, led Chicago Bulls through some of the most memorable playoff series ever, man. You were an anomaly when it came to the NBA as a guard, and everyone respected you. But your ego was so big, you was like, you know what? I'm going to call out Jake Paul because he called him out because I can beat him the fuck up, even though I ain't never boxed in my life. I'm just, I can jump high as hell and I'm able to do two other sports. So boxing's going to go ahead and land into that. And I'm going to go beat this dude up. And that man ended up getting KO'd the fuck out. It wasn't even like, what was worse is you can tell this boxing event was put on a little bit differently, where the protection of the fighter wasn't the same. Because if you looked at when Jake Paul fought on the DAZN card and he fought the dude Gibb, they protected him right when it seemed like he was out. They called it. With Nate Robinson, they allowed that man to get dropped 3 times before they called. They waited for after the second one. They should have called it. I'm just explaining that shit to his kids, but here we go, y'all. The tell of the tape finally. 51-4, 54, 50-6 for Mike Tyson, 66-9 for Roy Jones. You know what I'm saying? 10-4 title fight for Mike, 18-8 for Roy. Last fight, 2-8-18, and obviously the last fight for Mike. Long ass time ago, babies, but we getting closer and closer. So I know that's what we all here waiting for, man. That's what we all here waiting for, that Mike Tyson Roy Jones fight, man. We almost there, baby. We almost there. We almost there, man. We almost here to see two old men past their prime, get in the ring, slug it out, man. And I'm still not clear on the rules. I did a live like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, where it was reported through Boxing News 24 that there was going to be judges, there was KOs allowed, all types of shit. And then I had people telling me that's not the case.
Maybe you and I can do that.
Maybe you can do that, and I'll call it.
We're mad about that action.
All right, so here we go. We are just moments away.
Here we go. We about to have the walkouts, man. Here we come, man. So we about to have it, man. We over here, man. We so goddamn close. So goddamn close, man. And see, I keep saying the same thing, but I'm gonna do it. My brother said he took a shot for Nate, man. I gotta do the same thing. Hold on. Because y'all don't understand, man. He didn't just get knocked. Like Nate didn't just get stopped standing up. Like he didn't go out like Conor McGregor. You feel me? He didn't go out like Logan. Was like he is the first, or let's say he's the first guy outside of boxing to come over this like new shit, that's popular, where if you have a following, get into the ring and become a pro. He's the first one to take a real L. That was a real L, y'all. So I'm very interested what it's going to do for Nate Robinson's psyche. That wasn't just a loss. That wasn't you stopped standing up. Brother, you was face down, ass up. That's the worst way to go. Like Blake McCerman, even though he's been trained, that's the difference when you train and you know what it's like to get hit. Blake McCerman might have been levels, so many levels below Badou Jack when it came to his skill level for boxing, but he had real fights. He's done real sparring, which means he knows how to take a punch. So all that's going to come down to it now is, do you have the heart, right? McCerman had the heart. Nate never took a punch. He never took a real punch. So what do you expect? Anybody, any of us, if we have never gotten hit in the face, if a motherfucker hits you in the face full force, you are going to be surprised as shit. You're going to be like, oh, goddamn, what? And that's what happened with Nate, man. Sad story, goddamn it. Yeah, it's snipers, man. He got dropped 3 times for the second round. Okay, so I thought he got stopped in the third round. So it's for them to allow him to, like, why did they do Nate like that? Like, I'll give DAZN this. When they put on the YouTuber fights, they made sure the refs were very aware that they were not professional boxers, and they stopped it before any type of real damage or real embarrassment happened. Triller, the people putting on this fight, they said, hey, best man will win. If Nate looks like he's ass out, he's ass out. It is what it is. That's literally what happened, man. Bad for the brother, man. I'm gonna stop harping on that though, because you know it's let's talk about this here. Sad though, man. Sad though. We here though, man. We just waiting, goddamn it. Ooh, excuse me. I'm just waiting for the workouts to start. So we just waiting, man. I'm in the same boat as y'all. Gib was first. Yeah, that's right. It was Gib. No. He fought Deji first. He fought Deji, remember? He fought Deji, but that was technically amateur. And then he fought Gib. And then he fought Nate. So I'll be interested in seeing who's he's gonna fight next. But anywho, man, we all here for the same reason, man. We waiting for this goddamn card. Well, the main event to start, man. Could it be any longer? I'm like, man, I feel like I was giving Triller so much love. I was like, man, y'all was quick, y'all was moving. There wasn't a lot of pause, but I see for this main event, I see what they doing for this main event right here, man. They taking their time letting this one start. It's all good though. I ain't. Let me see this property right here real quick while we wait. Might as well do a little work late night. Getting the deal done. 10:51 p.m. The work never stops. Did that joint start? Cause I got the you saying they just stand. Oh, I think you're talking about the program. Like they got they doing the announcements. For me, they doing the walkouts now for on my side of the shit. I know it's snipers, man. He be having official, man. He be buying the pay-per-view card and shit. So I know sometimes they be ahead.
Il a un jeu de jambes terrible, il a un coup d'œil, il a une dextérité.
Turn that down, goddamn. But yeah, they got Roy Jones walking out, man. Yeah, I think they would like. There has to be a reason why they was holding on. Because I'm like every other boxing, every other like transition between the fights, hell, and I'm like this one they took a long ass time just to get it started. Maybe they was making sure everybody was by the ring. Maybe I don't know what it was, but this is gonna be hella interesting, man. We here, man. Roy Jones is walking out. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna be right back. Give me 2 minutes, but I'm gonna be back in time before they do the announcements and all that. Oh, we got time actually because they're doing the start. They're doing the national anthem for this. I forgot who they supposed to have. I want to say Neo was supposed to be singing it, but yeah, they got the national anthem for this. So, Yeah, so we still got a little bit, but I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Go do my little doings real quick. Say something to my girl. Make sure she good, and I'm gonna be right back. And we're gonna finish it off this stream. If you guys are just joining it, if you guys have been in here, whichever may it be, and you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. It means a lot for the channel. So please hit the like button. And if you're not part of the Black Goose family, hit the subscribe button. This is what we do. Be part of the family. You know what I'm saying? Join us for all the lives when it comes to the fights. So yeah, do that for us. Subscribe, hit the like button. I'm gonna be right back.
Almost done.
Ooh. Saying my connection unstable. Hopefully, man. Let me know how the connection is looking on the side of the game. But all right, Mike Tyson. But he looks old as hell. He looks old as hell. You can come back right here. Yeah, Mike's looking old, man. Let me see. I want to get this other stream if I can get that. I don't know if any of y'all use crack streams, but crack streams is down like crazy. So I might be a little bit behind because my other stream is a little bit below, but they still got to do the national. Oh, they didn't do the national anthem. They said in the little they was gonna do the national. All right, here we go. I'm not checking the chat. I'm not checking nothing because I don't want none of y'all to spoil it for me because I don't know if any of y'all are ahead of me. So if y'all saying something in the chat and I don't respond, it's because I'm watching the fight. I don't want none of y'all to spoil anything. Here we go, baby. It's game time, man. Here we go. For me, it's game time. Round one is starting for me. So here we go. If y'all ain't here, man, throw me a goddamn like, man. I'm ready for this. Roy looks old as hell. Mike looks old as hell. Oh, but they both. Oh, okay. Mike looks good. Mike looks good. Roy looks good. I'm surprised. Oh, okay. I am surprised. Tyson looks fast as hell. Okay. Roy's gonna have to be careful putting his head out like that. But it's gonna be interesting to see if Tyson's gonna be able to keep this type of speed against Roy the remainder of these fights. Tyson, man, looks powerful, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Snipers, I'm nervous, man. These are legends. I don't want nobody to be embarrassed at the end. I feel the same way. You can see right off the bat, Roy's trying to survive. Mike already looks a lot bigger. He's throwing some real heavy punches. Okay. Oh, Roy almost got caught. Roy gonna have to be careful when he's leaving. Like when Roy goes in, he throws his 1-2 or he throws his 1. When he's leaving, I would prefer him to, keep that telephone up. But everyone knows Roy's game plan. Everyone knows Mike's game plan. Roy's trying to wear him down to the later rounds so he can take a little bit of steam off of him. He's holding him a lot. He's trying to get Tyson interesting. Tyson's hands are already down. Is Tyson slowing down a little bit already? Am I seeing that or am I gassing? Yeah, good fight. Good fight. High level. This definitely don't look like two old men in the ring. I say that much. Excuse me, yo. But it's the first round though too. So let's see as we go into the later rounds what happens. By the way, did they happen to explain the rules? Did we get a clear-cut understanding of what the rules are? Or is there still judges? Is there KOs allowed? What are we seeing? Like what's going to be going on here? Like what is the situation for the rules? If anybody knows, please let me know. Because I was getting a whole lot of different information when it comes to the rules. And by the way, this fight is being watched by a lot of people because if y'all fuck with crack streams, their site is totally down. Crack stream site is totally down because of this. So, for me, first round just ended. It was enjoyable. I loved it. It was crazy seeing, legends in the ring going at it. I don't know who won that first round. I don't know if it matters. I don't know if we are judging. Just in case we are, I'll go ahead and I'll give that round to Mike. I guess it's kind of weird trying to judge 2-minute rounds. I don't even know if that's fair, but great first round. They both looked in great shape. So let's see what happens here, man. By the way, if y'all up in here, man, throw that like, hit that like button, please. It helps a lot when it comes to the channel, and subscribe if you're not part of the Black Goose family. Mike Tyson, man, he's throwing with a lot of bad intentions, man. I'll say that. Roy's doing a lot of holding. He's trying to kind of wear Mike down a little bit. How effective this is going to be. We're gonna see. You can see Mike is the bigger man. It's definitely gonna come down in cardio, but Mike looks in great shape. He almost hit him with that right there. Roy's starting to style a little bit. A little bit. If I was Roy, I would be a little bit. I know the hands is low. I want him a little bit higher, just a little bit higher, but I can't tell Legend to do what he does because it's working for him. He's switching a lot. Tyson looks a little bit frustrated with the movement coming from Roy. Over the top, it landed, but it didn't land cleanly. And snipers, hell nah, this ain't no two old men. Like I was saying, man, a lot of people were disrespecting Roy, man. If you followed his coach's Instagram page, Tom Yacanello, I don't want to say it wrong. I follow his YouTube page. He showed the progress of Roy, and this is the best shape I've seen Roy in, even going back to when he was fighting all the way back in 2015. You can tell he took Mike seriously. Those extra months definitely paid off for him. Roy looks very, very light on his feet. Mike Tyson looks, he looks strong. He looks aggressive. Obviously, the style of fight that Roy's taking to Mike is, making it a little bit of a struggle for him. But Roy's trying to wear him down, man. He's trying to see, man, like, look, you ain't fighting how long? Let's see if you're going to be able to get past this fourth round, okay? Big body shot from Mike. You can see Mike's working that body nicely. Oh, I like that at the end right there. Show some love to each other. You can see them body shots, man. They're starting to Roy after that round, man. You can see a couple big breaths, couple big heaves, man. The body shots, man. So I like it. Like if Mike Tyson's coming with the body shots is going to wear down Roy. Is not going to be able to use his feet as much later in the rounds. Roy's doing a good job where he's trying to use his weight. He's trying to hold a lot, and he's trying to wear down Mike Tyson later in the round. So they both have similar strategies in a sense. A lot of people thought Mike Tyson, he wasn't going to be as useful past going to gas out. I think they both kind of have similar plans where they were hoping that using the body to make the footwork start to fall off. Hopefully later in the rounds, the footwork's going to slow down. You can get a KO. By the way, I don't think there's no way you can be able to control a KO from happening. So I think there is KOs allowed, but and you see a couple of angle switches from Mike Tyson to try and basically neutralize the movement of rounds. Mike looks great though. Mike looks really good. Roy looks good too. Both of these guys, both of them look good. If they were judging, I wouldn't want to judge this because I want to know how to judge this. It's a damn close fight. There's not too many clean punches landed. It's really a dog fight. So I don't think we're really going to get a clear cut winner until maybe after that fifth round. After that fifth round, when the fatigue starts settling in, that's what we'll probably start seeing a little bit different. I'll say this. I see Mike Tyson in this third round kind of picking it up because he's choosing to go to the body more so than anything on Roy. So I'm wondering how he's gonna adjust to this. Because Roy is definitely slowing down. As you see, Mike Tyson has been. No, Roy's doing a great job with this clinch work. Roy's doing a great job with his clinch work, putting his weight on him, trying to use that as a way to kind of tire out Mike. But I'll say this, Mike's cardio looks amazing. Like, I don't think anyone expected Mike to be able to come forward the way he is, throw with the velocity he's throwing, and still be able to, do this type of clinch work with Roy, right? No one expected this, especially because everyone was kind of harping on the fact that he hasn't fought in so long, right? So I think this is a really good sign for guys who are Mike Tyson fans. It's really hard to say. I don't know if they're going to announce a winner for this or whatever. It's really hard to judge this. By the way, if y'all up in here and y'all ain't throw the like, please hit that like button. Hit the like button. It means a lot. Subscribe to the channel, man. It's been a good fight, man. Roy Jones versus Mike Tyson makes you be like, man, I wish I could have saw this joint back in the prime. I don't like the body language from Roy after every round. I'll say that. It seems like after every round, Roy seems tired. Or he just seems like I don't know. Just kind of just weird when you just look at the body language of him when he goes back to the round. I think those body shots are affecting him. But what's going to be interesting is going to be adjustments, right? If the goal was to wear out Mike Tyson, hold him, put your weight on him, hopefully he slows down, and you don't see that happening when you're older fighters like Roy Jones and Mike Tyson, do you really have a second option? And what I mean by a second option is, do you really have all right, this is my go-to game plan. If this doesn't work, I have this, this, excuse me, so on and so forth. Being at the age that they're at, is that going to even be a possibility? Is that even real? Or is it just going to be, kind of, hope our shit works out. You just got to wait it out. Like I said, it's 2 minutes round. So this is a good thing for Mike. Mike still looks aggressive. Mike still looks good. Mike's doing a good job keeping it close, so he's not allowing Roy to be able to kind of move the way he wants to and stay on his feet. Interesting dip by Roy. Good left hook from Roy. Roy's going to have to use his left hook a little bit more because he's not using his hook enough, in my opinion. Good movement. Good work from Roy, man. I can't lie. That's very good work from Roy. Hell of a fight. 4th round, by the way. Big body punches from Mike. I wouldn't mind seeing this go like this way for the rest of the fight. Like I don't want to see either of them get hurt. I don't want to see a significant punch land. I just enjoy the fact that I'm seeing these legends go at it, and it's a safe boxing match. And but still early, so anything could happen. But this is how I would prefer it to be, man. Just out of respect, I like it like this. Great fight so far. Roy doing a lot of switching of the stances. I like it. Those body shots from Tyson, though, man, you could tell them bad boys is hurting Roy, man. They're landing. Roy's going to have to let some more of those combinations go. When he's coming on the inside, he's going to have to really let his hands go. But you can tell those are some powerful shots because rather than letting his hands go, he's focused a little bit more on getting on clinching. He's trying to get in that clinch quick. So Roy, man, looks like he's dragging his feet a little bit. Tyson looks like he's in great shape. Tyson doesn't look tired at all. Is it just me, man, or does Roy look tired as hell over there in his corner, man? It looks like at this point he's just trying to survive. Hit that like button. Hit the like button, man. Up to your boy. Show some love. We here, man. Round 5, man. We got these legends going at it, so appreciate it, man, because it's almost over. It's almost over. We wait so long for such little time of entertainment. That's life right there. Pleasure is always much shorter than the patience and the hardship to get it. That was beautiful head movement by Tyson. That was a 1-2-3 thrown from Roy, and he didn't hit Mike once. Roy's going to have to use that jab a little bit more. He's going to have to double the jab up. His mid work, though, I'm like, it's funny the way he's moving is exactly how they moved in the mid, and it's actually working in the way they planned it to. It's just he's not really landing anything. You can see he's trying to let his combinations go a little bit more in this round. But Tyson's cardio was holding up, man. Even though we didn't see much training footage from Tyson, even though we didn't see, well, I'll say as much training footage as we saw from Roy, he was doing work, baby. He was doing work because he looks damn good. Good body work from Tyson. Good clinch work from Roy. Tyson almost hit him with a big punch right there. Oh, Roy almost got countered off that right hand. See, Roy's gonna have to use that motherfucking. You got to use that jab more. Roy's gonna have to use that jab more, man. Can't just throw that jab out there one time, man. He's gonna have to double that up. He's gonna have to keep moving with it. He ain't using his jab enough. Oh, they going at it right there. Roy stood in the pocket right there. See, they getting a little bit more tired. You can see, man, we hitting that 6th round. Now I see Tyson, man. I can see Tyson, man. He's feeling it. Roy's getting a little bit more tired. They're standing in the pocket a little bit more. So there's going to be a chance for something to happen right here. He's acting like maybe he got hit on the top of his head or maybe he got headbutted. But I'm telling y'all now, if y'all expecting a knockout or if y'all expecting something crazy to happen, it's going to be in these rounds right here, these last 3 rounds, man. 5, 6, 7, and 8. This is where we're going to see some crazy work right here. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that, man. If y'all in here, by the way, and y'all have not hit that like button, man, please hit that like button. Show some love to your boy. Show some love, 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 love. Show some love, 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 love. Here we go, man. Round 6, baby. I got to say this, though. I've been pleasantly surprised. Tyson still looks good. That was a low shot from Tyson right there. Goddamn. That was low as hell, man. He threw a low blow a little bit right there, man. I'm just trying to figure out, are they going to still announce a winner if it goes to the decision? Good work from Roy. Come on, boy. You got to throw that jab out there. You can't just throw it out there as a stick. You got to throw it as a stick and then double that up a little bit for us. Come on, Roy. If y'all up in here and you ain't hit that like button, man, hit the like button. Show some love, man. Subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed. Join the family. It's a great fight, though. I love seeing like just 2 polar opposites when it comes to boxing, man. The footwork from Jones, the speed, the movement, and then Tyson, man, he's just gonna walk you down. He's gonna use it. He's gonna slip every punch and try and counter off those slips, man. It's 2 totally, completely different styles, man. This is dope. This is dope, man. This is like we getting what we could have seen if it would happen way back when. I like how both of them came. Good 1-2 from Roy. I like how both of them came in great shape. I like how both of them, they don't look tired. Here we go, man. We got 2 more rounds. That was a 6th round, right? A 6th round, man. So we got 7th and 8th round coming up, man. Like I said, man, enjoy this. We got 2 rounds left, y'all. After all this waiting, anticipation, the build up, the excitement, and it's almost over. It's almost over. I got to say, man, it was definitely worth it, man. It was definitely worth it. I think this exceeded my expectations. I did not expect these 2 to look in such great shape. A very high level boxing match, man. Yeah, there was a lot of clinching, a lot of holding, but I thought, far in between a few, man. I thought this, round, it's not over yet, but man, good card, great main event. The story of the night, though, especially if this goes to decision, is Nate Robinson dying. Tyson destroy that body right though. He was trying to destroy that body, boy. If I were to, if they were announcing a winner by decision, I would probably give it to Mike slightly. It's hard, but I would just do it for Mike because he was moving forward the whole time. But at the same time, Roy may have landed the more cleaner punches. It's hard to say, but I don't think they're announcing a winner. I don't think they are. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know. Yep, Roy was the perfect. Like, think about if Tyson versus Holyfield would have happened. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, y'all slept on Roy. Y'all didn't think he was gonna do what he did. Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna do. I knew Roy. Like when I was watching his training footage and how he was moving, I knew he was gonna be impressive. And I'm like, as great as Mike Tyson looked, you know what I'm saying? You put into the factor that Roy is the age he is, Tyson is the age he is. We don't want to see Mike Tyson versus Joshua or Fury or nothing like that. Like Mike Tyson is past his prime. So, but this is the type of fight we wanted to see, man. We didn't want to see anyone get hurt. We wanted to see a competitive fight. We wanted to see two guys who was in great shape at their age compete, and that's what we saw. I'm very happy with this, man. I think this was well worth it. I enjoyed the hell out of it. By the way, if you guys are up in the chat, man, if you haven't hit that like button, hit the like button. If y'all ain't part of the Black Goose family, subscribe to the channel. But Roy did what I expected him to do: use his feet, use his range, use his jab, stay on the outside. Tyson did what I expected him to do. He put the pressure on him, utilized his body shots, landed a lot of big body shots on Roy, which you could tell, hurt him. But at the end of the day, oh, they are scoring this. Interesting. Okay. So Chad has it 9-10 last round. So I don't know if they have a win it. I'm confused. So they are scoring it. I don't understand what's going on when it comes to how they're announcing the winner, or if they are. I thought they wasn't scoring it, and I just saw judging scorecards come up. And I'm like, how are you gonna give, if it's gonna go to decision, how do you give the fight to anyone other than Mike Tyson? This is his league. Even if the only way you give it to Roy is if he literally just destroyed him. But this fight's so close, like there's no way they're gonna give it to Roy. Like they want to keep this league going. Even though I wasn't scoring it. So if I was, like, just from kind of initially watching it, I wouldn't mind if they edited it to Mike. But at the same time, Roy could have easily won this fight too. But I think I'm giving it to Mike. Mike looks a little bit in better shape, and he's still constantly coming forward. Roy looks a little bit tired this last round. Those body shots seemed to really took an effect on him. So I don't know what they're gonna do as far as the judging, but that's the end of it. Hell of a fight, man. I get the hell out of it. I lowball wish it would have went 10 rounds, 12 rounds, but I don't think Roy was in necessarily the shape for that. Mike actually looked in better shape than Roy Jones at the end of this fight. Mike looked like he could still win some more rounds. But yeah, man, how do y'all feel, man? That was the end of it, man. That's what we all was waiting for. That's the end, man. Who would have thought motherfuckers would be so? Mike Tyson lowball looks mad. He looks like he wasn't happy with what went on right up in there. I think he really thought that he was gonna knock the shit out of Roy. I think he thought he was gonna be able to do that. So let's see, man. Let's see how they announce the fighters. Oh, did they give Mike Tyson the win? Because I didn't know, but I didn't know they were doing a decision like that. Because did they give Mike Tyson the win? Are there judges? I thought it was celebrity judges. Because I honestly, I didn't. Me watching it, like I could edge it to Tyson, but neither of them really landed anything clear cut, in my opinion. I like it's weird. And you say it's not, but you saying it's told. I told you so. You was saying Mike Tyson was gonna wipe the floor with Roy, and Mike Tyson did no such thing. So I don't think they're announcing a winner. Let's see though. I'm not sure what this is.
A winner, if there is one. And I believe.
I'm not sure what they're doing. I guess they're gonna announce a winner. How you gonna say just Tyson won? So $10 because you saying it. Chill out, it's sniper. You tripping? Of course you gonna say Tyson won. You pick Tyson. How? What if I have Roy Jones winning? Oh, they are judging it. Okay, they are judging it. This is stupid. But they're probably gonna give it to Mike. I guess they have to. It's his league. Can we see the statistics? I'm not making this hard. I was watching the whole fight. I really don't feel like it was that clear cut. Like I don't think Tyson, like he landed a lot of body punches, but he didn't touch Roy's face. And Roy touched Mike's face. Am I wrong? If you're gonna go off of just strictly pressure, okay, you can give it to Mike. But I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, not neither one of them landed anything clean. Mike landed the more cleaner body shots. I thought Roy landed the more cleaner head shots. But how many times did Mike touch Roy? If we're talking about body shots, every time they was in the clinch, Roy landed just as many shots on Mike. I'm like, Mike didn't hit Roy not once in the face. By the way, if y'all up in here, man, y'all ain't throwing a like, man, go ahead, throw a like. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel. Show some love in this bitch. Tyson looked mad as hell. What Tyson mad about? Oh, so is it over? What's going on, man? Are they announcing? What are they doing? What's going on? Are they announcing something? Hold on.
For me, just to see this nostalgic and be here with all y'all.
Hats off to you, brother. Is this your first time doing fight commentary?
Oh man, I'm a virgin at this point.
Amen anymore. Amen.
That's what she said.
So yeah, man. Are they not announcing an announcer? But no. See, that's where you're wrong. It's snipers. Tyson didn't make Roy Jones clinch. Tyson's game plan, Roy Jones' game plan was to clinch. His game plan was to wear him down. And you got to think about this. If you are an outside fighter, you're fighting at the end of your punches. When you get on the inside, what are you going to do? You going to fight on the inside? No, you got to clinch. Roy Jones is too slow. Yeah, I don't think they announcing anything, which is weird. Like I'm still like, what's crazy about this whole event is I still don't know what the rules were. Like, what were the rules? Like, what would have happened if somebody would have gotten knocked down? Like it like watching it, like it was crazy because watching it's like low ball. They should have never even said anything about the rules because watching it was like a real boxing fight. Yeah, they're not announcing anybody as a winner.
We'll be back to you in a second. You happy with this draw?
Yeah, no, I ain't no satisfied with a draw. I wear draws. I don't do draws.
Oh, they called a draw. It's snipers. They called a draw. They said the announcers called. I guess whoever judged it, they said it was a draw, which makes sense. Nobody really landed nothing.
His punches, his body shots don't matter. Everything hurts. So for me, I thought I did enough boxing on the outside to edge out, but I'm cool with draw. I mean, we just might try to do it again. But I don't know.
You looked exhausted for a little while. Did the body shots take a toll?
The body shots definitely took a toll. The body shots are what make you exhausted. Any good fighter knows that. And I knew it too. I thought I had a 6-pack that was all right, but I guess it might be my 12-pack. Because the 6 ain't getting me.
Came back like nothing. You took it. You took it. I knew I hit you with a good shot. You took it. You took it. Hey, I respect that. I respect that.
Mike, at age 54, you haven't been in the ring for 15 years.
Hey, that's dope. That little last thing going in, that was dope. Oh, and Zen comes in. See, Zen came in on the underwhelming side of the game. You're the only one who thinks that. In the chat, we was pleased. We enjoyed the hell out of it. But that's because Zen was probably hoping the old motherfucker was going to get knocked out. I was pleased with what I saw, man. I enjoyed it. I didn't want to see no one get hurt. It went the way I thought it would. Roy, I'm not even gonna lie. Mike Tyson, he looks like he's okay. Roy looks like his body hurts. Roy looks like his body hurts, man. He looks like he's like, man, my body hurt like a motherfucker. I enjoyed it though, man. I enjoyed the card. I enjoyed the fight, man.
And how did it affect you?
I went to plan B. I hit him back.
Roy, you want to continue this now at age 51, or did you get dissatisfied at this point?
Man, it's hard to say. My Pensacola fans love me.
We gotta do this again.
Everybody loves Mike. I love Mike too. But it's something to take the punches and from Mike. So I go talk to my family, see how they feel about it. If they thought they enjoyed what they saw, and if we want to do it again, we'll come back and do it again. But me, like I said, Pensacola in the house. I want to thank everybody that helped me out. Big Al, Tom, Wop, Russ, everybody on my team, Jim Foster. I mean, so many people, everybody in Pensacola in the house still. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank the whole world for tuning in, especially my Russian citizens, my Russian people. I was gonna say thank you to everybody who gave us the homage, sent us out the right way. And if everything goes well, like I said, and the family's cool with, then
A lot of people were afraid, Roy, you might get hurt tonight. Were you really afraid in the back of your head something could happen that might put you in peril?
I didn't fight in 20 years. He only stopped fighting for 3 years. I'm afraid I might get. Why nobody care about my ass?
Right?
Fighting 15 years. He stopped fighting 2 years ago, and everybody worried about his ass.
Nobody thinks that a giant is going to fall.
I haven't did this in 15, 16 years. I'm not a giant. I'm a beginner.
Did he ever hurt you tonight?
Well, listen, he's a problem with the hook. He hit me with a hook, a good hook. Yes, it did hurt.
And back to the question: were you afraid of being in peril?
man, once I go in now, it's all.
It's so weird watching this interview after. My bad if I went quiet for a minute because I was watching the interview after. I'm like, and they still treating Roy like he's just some like I don't know, man.
Final thought: would you do this in a non-exhibition circumstance if you could get a license?
No, I'm just gonna do this. This is bigger than fighting for winning the championship. We're humanitarians. We're helping people. That's bigger. I'm into that now. And I like to thank Matt.
Like they still talk like, man, Roy, were you surprised you didn't get hurt? Were you surprised you didn't get knocked out? Like, bruh, like y'all be just on Tyson's nuts too hard, man. Y'all be on Tyson's nuts way too hard, man. Y'all need to go ahead and hop off them joints. Cause all y'all motherfuckers who was saying he was supposed to knock out Roy, it didn't happen. He didn't hurt him. The body shots, you could tell those were hurting Roy. But that's just from him being an old man and he can only condition so much. But there it is, y'all. There's the stream. There's the night, man. That's what everybody was waiting for. This is what we was all waiting for, man. We watched it. It's Snipers, man. Tyson's a good man. He does it for charity and help people respect. Yeah, man. I respect Tyson. I respect Roy too, man. I respect the hell out of Roy. You know what I'm saying? Roy, Tyson's doing this now, but Roy's been doing this, for I don't know how long. Roy's been, he's been a staple in the boxing community, and he's been one of the most grounded. I'm this type of dude, man. I just hate when I see people lean so much toward one person because he obviously has been promoted in that light. But we got to give our dues and respect to Roy. Roy is either just as much or even a bigger legend than Tyson when it comes to what he's done for boxing. Like what Roy's done for boxing in comparison to Tyson is so much more. But obviously, what I'm saying, we got to give our flowers to Tyson because Tyson, he's a icon. You know what I'm saying? He's a You know what I'm saying? He's a celebrity like, you know, no one else when it comes to the boxing level. So obviously people are going to be drawn to that. But the fight, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I've been 2 for 2 today. I called Joe Joyce beating Daniel Dubois. I called that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could have won some money there. Good thing I didn't put no money down for Roy knocking out Tyson. But I also called Roy beating Tyson. It was a draw, but for all of y'all who was saying Roy was going to get washed, he was going to get knocked out, all this disrespect to a legend, a dude who in his prime, in my opinion, was much better than Tyson. For y'all to come at Roy that way, well, y'all was proven wrong. God damn it. All right, so go ahead, get a step off of your high horse. And we can all agree that Tyson is a human being like the rest of us. But it was a great event. I enjoyed it. I still think the highlight of the night, unfortunately, nothing crazy happened in the main event that allowed people to take away the fact that Jake Paul stole the night. Jake Paul stole the night, and Nate Robinson is going to be the staple of this card. We're all going to be like Tyson and Roy. Good job. Great job. This is what we wanted to see. No one hurt. But at the end of the day, we're all going to be talking about Nate Robinson laying flat on his motherfucking face from a young 23-year-old YouTuber. Then Roy still got it. He just old now, but respect to both. Hope they enjoy the families. Rest of the facts, man. Hope they all enjoy their families. Get back safe. That's what we want to see. Unfortunately, Nate Robinson cannot say the same thing. I'm gonna be on this for a while. Nate, you deserve that shit. You should not have disrespected boxing the way you did. But salute to everybody in the chat, man. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. It's late as fuck over where I'm at. It's 11:36. God damn it. I know it's only Saturday, but still, man, I'm trying to enjoy my night. I haven't even eaten yet. So I'm gonna go eat. Before y'all get up out of here, man, please hit that like button, show some love by smashing the fuck out of the like button. Show some love by hitting that subscribe button. I would appreciate that. Be part of the Black Goose family. Zen, I gotta be on Nate. He died in that motherfucker, and for some reason he thought that wasn't going to happen because he could dunk. What the fuck does dunking have to do with taking a punch? So all y'all motherfuckers respect this sport, because you can end up looking like Nate Robinson. Nate Robinson. Ain't no one gonna remember that man for his basketball career. They gonna remember him getting KO'd the fuck out by Jake Paul. It's Snipers. All right, I'm gonna head out. I got work tomorrow. I need to get ready for the Bears versus Packers tomorrow. All right, man. Enjoy the rest of your night. It's Snipers. I'm going to get the fuck up out of here as well. I might go live tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. I never know. By the way, I just didn't get that. I plan to get the new console. I'm waiting until next year to get that, probably like January or February, because there's a lot of bugs going on, and it's hard to get that shit. It's not in stock a lot of places, but I'm waiting to that. But I just got Game Pass on Xbox. I tried it out before. I didn't really like it. Recently, I decided to get it again because it was Black Friday and I got me a new TV. So I want to play some games on my new TV. And they have a lot of amazing games, man. And I got Madden NFL 20, so I'm on that Madden NFL 20 on the side of the game. You know what I'm saying? Zen, It's Snipers is not going to send you that because he was telling me I got to send him my money. So It's Snipers believed Tyson won, but luckily that the judges came out and said it was a draw. So, but yeah, I'm out of here. I'm gonna be. I may actually, what I'll do tomorrow if I don't go live, I'll go live. Oh, I didn't get 20. I got the Xbox Game Pass. That's why. And on the Game Pass, they have Madden 20. So I downloaded it. So that's why. And the Game Pass is only like $5 per month. Like I got that. I got Star Wars. I got the new Mass Effect. So I'm like, this Game Pass is amazing. And that is going to be why I'm going to get the Xbox One Series X, because of the Game Packs. 20, what you mean? Wait, where my money at then? Unless we talking about a different bet. Yeah, Xbox got amazing deals. So that's why I'm gonna get the Xbox Series X. But right now I'm enjoying this Game Pass I got. So tomorrow, if I don't go live, I'm gonna stream me playing Madden or me playing one of these other games. I don't know what yet. But anyways, I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody. Salute to the people. You know what I'm saying? Have fun. Appreciate y'all in here. Before I leave, once again, I'm gonna say hit the like button, because the likes mean everything to this motherfucker. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. And yeah, what I may try to do is, Snipers, I'm gonna try and get up at a decent time tomorrow so I can get a run in, and I want to come back and then possibly, watch some of the football games while I'm playing Madden. So Yeah, that's the plan. But we gonna see, because y'all know plans never work the way you want it. I didn't upload my do something every day challenge. I did do something today. So I'm gonna either try and do that before I go to sleep, or I'll just upload it tomorrow. Doesn't really matter. But salute to y'all, man. I'm out of here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna go enjoy the night. Appreciate y'all. Much love to people. I will be back tomorrow in some type of form. I'm out.